tickled when you said it. I didn't butt chug.
Wait a minute. Are you sure you
jump.
didn't butt
That'd be
chug
extremely painful if you butt chug something like that, like coffee.
or
No.
anything?
Doesn't have to be hot.
Right.
That'd be really cold. Also, like
Medium then.
Figure it
You
out,
mean-
Tommy.
you would be damaging some organs. Seriously.
Not people. Some people.
It couldn't be any worse than your diet.
Yeah, some people do it constantly. Like they literally do it constantly. Like they chug shit out of their ass. Like they do it all the time, dude. There's people that butt chug alcohol like crazy. I mean, yeah, they get like cancer from it and stuff, but they do it.
Get you fucked up.
Yeah, you'll get fucked up right away. Where's the fucking logo? Oh, here it is. I'm trying to get all this shit up here. Well, fuck Jacob, man. I guess I got to boot Jacob out.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for having me on,
But,
bro.
hey,
I appreciate you.
Fuck it, I left you on the whole thing. Yeah,
I
hey, man.
appreciate you, man. That was a lot. Thanks.
Yeah, dude, I love you, buddy. And good shit, man. I appreciate it. I thought it was fun. You did good.
JB, Leah, Tommy, peace out, bro. I'm out.
All right, love you, Jacob.
See you later.
Good to see you.
Jake.
See you, Waterboy.
Waterboy, baby.
You realize when you get the peace signal, you're literally giving the finger.
What?
When you're giving the peace symbol, you're literally one step close to flipping somebody off.
Oh.
Yeah, because literally, if you want to, you're like, "Hey, peace, fuck you."
What?
What are you talking about?
So if you say 3 or 4 or 5, you high five someone, you're giving them the bird with that philosophy.
Possibly, there's a metaphorical, connection to. For instance, people take the meme of Mr. Rogers playing "Where Is Thumpkin," and they're always saying, "Oh, he's flipping the bird," but no, he was doing it for an educational reason. Like he's like, "Where is middle finger?" Where is like something like that. He was singing a song with little
What
kids.
are you rambling about?
Yeah,
right
what the fuck is going on right now?
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah, good.
Well, welcome back, Tommy.
It's horrible.
Tommy's been hiding in a cave.
I haven't been hiding in a cave. I've just been doing stuff.
I've just been doing stuff for the last 7 weeks every Friday. Listen, Tommy, people miss you. That's why that's why they've been yelling at me about you. They want to see you. They just love you so much. It must make you feel good. I mean, they really do. They told me they hope you show up in one of Drew's birthday outfits.
I don't know if they miss me or they just want you guys to make fun of me.
Well,
I don't know.
I think it's both.
I don't know if it's
both.
I don't know if they.
False alarm.
Tommy, it's both, man. It's like people enjoy everything about you, but then they also, they want to make fun of you maybe, but you're also funny. Like, and so like they just, when somebody who's been on Monetize This a lot disappears for 7 weeks in a row, people start going like, what the fuck? They just do it. So it's, people get used to things, Like I got used to being breastfed by my mom at 10 and I was like, why are you stopping now?
At 10? Are you serious?
Yeah, my mother breastfed me at 10 and all right, 11, whatever.
And he's adopted.
Yeah, Anna was adopted and she breastfed me.
Wasn't that about the same age you were sticking quarters in your ass, Tommy?
What was that? That was JB. All right, I was like, did he really make that noise? Like, what the fuck?
That's Tommy just fucking using his butthole like a vending machine.
Come on, drop it.
Tommy, listen to that moan of mine. Listen to that.
That's
JB.
JB.
I was watching the show, other side of the paywall, and I was thinking, my God, JB's just driving in the Leah. My God.
Oh my God.
Wow.
What? No.
That's a sound clip that you could throw in there. My God, JB's just driving in there to Leah. My God, straight barbecue sauce everywhere.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna fucking throw up. I'm gonna fucking throw up and die. My God, JB's just driving into Leah. We have to isolate that clip and put that over the thing I did earlier.
I would say I'm surprised, but I'm not.
as I was hearing the clip from Leah and then hearing the clip from JB, I thought, wow, that would be something interesting to add in with those two clips.
Did you jerk
Hey.
off too, you homo?
You know what? Add the crystal one.
Oh my god! Oh
Just
my
be a
god!
huge orgy.
Oh my
yeah,
god!
do all three.
Oh my god! Oh my god, dude, that was too fucking funny. I gotta remember that to the beginning of the show.
Fucking weirdo, bro.
Whatever the fuck. If you could only mix in the fucking, let me see here, crystal. All right. Now
He's going
it's,
through his soundboard.
this is amazing. This is like,
I want to fuck. Oh!
Oh my god, that's awful.
put. Oh my god. Ready? Here it comes.
And they're going out for some hangings.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. Oh,
What a mess.
what a fucking mess. He's right. What the fuck? All right. Did we hit 400 patrons? We might have. Oh my Christ! Like people are rabid. Oh my God! We have to do a 15-hour stream.
Oh,
403.
holy shit!
Overshot. Wow.
There's a lot of people that wanted you to get to that 400.
Yeah, I didn't realize the donation things were on. Yeah. Pretty fucking crazy, bro. What's up to all the patrons? It's the pre-show still. We're going to start the show in just a second here. I'm ready to go. JB, you good?
I'm good, baby.
Shout out to Clambake, became a $5 patron. What's up? Ivan Martinez is back. John, whoever John is. What's up, John? Super Laser is back at the 5 spot. Dave25 is back as well. He did an interview with me, and it was quite hilarious back at AEW. Did you ever see that interview that Dave did with me, JB?
No.
Oh my God, then this is great. Because, and I was normal, a little more normal after this, but at the beginning he was like kind of nervous and stuff. And, like he had a lot of audio problems and he wasn't like starting the interview. He was just kind of like looking at me like, I'm like, what am I starting your show? You know? And, I love Dave though. He's a really nice guy and he's good. And, we had fun. But so I just sat there and just kind of fucking like made fun of shit. Like I was giving answers, but I was being like kind of joking about everything too. You didn't see this? You might not have been
Negative.
On
I
the show.
saw maybe the first half of it.
Listen to
If
this.
you want to, I don't know.
Test it out.
Yeah, let's test it out again.
Oh, there you go. That
JB will love
looks
this.
better.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I was like shouting at people before this too, like get on the bus.
Yeah, it's recording locally anyway, so I could just upload it after. Start, yeah. So, all right. Here with Joe Cronin,
I'm Joe Cronin,
Dave 25.
and we're. See how he keeps looking at me? I'm like, what am I doing? Like this is you steer this thing. The rain, and we're in the dark. We're in the rain, in the dark. Like I am a white person, but. It's hard to see.
You can barely see for some reason. Maybe because the brightness is down. I think I was.
Nah, it's probably your computer, or it
Yeah.
could be it's
That's
dark
it.
outside right I was like, I'm gonna do blackface.
Man, I've been to a White
The
Sox
body
game
language
before.
alone in this so far is like making me want to go on a shooting spree.
Yeah.
Look at the body language from Dave or whatever, and then watch you. Like when he teeters, then you teeter, and then say something weird.
Yep.
It's like he's intimidated of you.
Yeah, it was making me nervous. I was like, this is weird. Like I thought like everything was all right.
Well, Joe, when I first met you, I was kind of a little nervous of you when I first met you.
Yeah, because it's different to meet in person, I guess. But
Yeah, it is. It's very different.
But-
I sent the video to you of when we first met.
but I felt like
Starstruck, Tommy.
I felt like we knew each other really well. Like when I met you, I just felt like the same almost. I was like, you're just the same guy, like the guy I always talk to. Like that's kind of how I felt after like a second. You know?
Like I watched that video and I realized I never said anything. I never mentioned anything about JD because like I forgot what his name was when I was there.
This is where Tommy turns everything into him. Like, we're watching this clip about this, and he's like, well, remember when
No,
I
was just,
interviewed you?
comparing
And
it. Sorry.
No, I know. I'm just fucking. You're funny. You do it all the time. You love doing it. You do it all the time, Tommy.
He's like, this interview's funny, but let's talk about me for a second.
Don't worry. We're going to get to you, Tommy, when we start this podcast in a second.
I've
been to one White Sox game and one Cubs game.
Yeah, I've been to a Cubs game too. 2017, I won.
Oh, yeah, I love Chicago. Shout
Yeah,
out to the
me too.
Metro in Chicago.
Yeah, I like Chicago teams, but yeah, I also like Boston teams. I'm going to a Celtics game,
Yeah.
a Bruins game next month.
There's a
Washington.
lot of death in Chicago, though.
Dude,
There's a lot of
Me.
death in Chicago, dude.
And he's not wrong.
I can't concentrate because the guy's like a wind chime. He just keeps going back and forth. He's like a pendulum.
Oh my god, dude. Dude, this is like the
Just
Bill.
watch him.
This is like the Bill Burr interview. Like, I got to be Bill.
Yeah, I also like Boston teams. I'm going to a Celtics
Like,
game,
how many teams do you like?
a Bruins game next month.
There's a
Washington.
lot of death in Chicago, though.
Washington Capitals Bruins game and Celtics Heat game later this year and
That
next
just happened.
year.
So, yeah, what's up, man? I mean, you got
What's up?
questions, or do you want me to just scare people?
Look at this. Watch this next part, JB. This is fucked up.
Somebody, like a bus is getting off right now. Want to just describe the people as they get off the bus? Like, here comes another guy who looks like maybe a shooter. Like, I don't
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Somebody like a bus.
I popped because he popped for that one. He went, oh,
You know,
shit.
you know what's funny though is like even Joe's like super uncomfortable right now. You could tell because he's just like letting it fly. He's
Yeah.
like, this guy may or may not look like a shooter.
Yeah, when there's no direction and we're like live, like we were streaming, and like when I'm seeing people, like, and there's like no yet set direction yet on something, and I think that I'm the co-host guy, like I'm the guy who, you know, you're the master and running the deal, and I'm not, and then I'm finding out that I have to run it, like I'm like, uh-oh. But then he finally took over though, like, so it was cool. But it was just funny at the beginning here, like couldn't get started.
Bus is getting off right now. Want to just describe the people as they get off the bus? Like, here comes another guy who looks like maybe a shooter. Like, I don't.
Oh shit!
That's messed up. I'm sorry.
Oh my god!
Apologize to anybody.
Viciously he
family's
swayed
dead.
back and forth.
Yeah, man. Dave, where are you at? Are you in the chat tonight? What were you doing here? Are you on crack?
I think he was just
My-
nervous. That
Yeah,
looks nervous.
Yeah, that's all it was. You know, he's been watching a long time, so it's kind of weird to be.
No, I'm not. I'm not hating on him. I don't want it to come off differently. I'm just saying like it's kind of making me anxious. Watching
Yeah.
him sway back and forth like.
Well, how many times have you actually talked to him prior to doing this, like on Skype?
No, we really didn't talk much at all. He just was DMing me like, "Yo, I'm here," and I brought a microphone and stuff to do an interview or a podcast with you.
So he's been a viewer for years, very rarely talked to you, and now he's meeting you in person with a microphone. Yeah, he's just, you know, and I'm not trying to shit on him because I was nervous the first couple times I got onto Skype with
I
you
think
guys.
no,
but
he did damn good. Like I would have pussied out of something like this probably. I would have been like, nah, fuck this. I'm not gonna ask him to do a thing. So like, yeah, I give him a lot of credit. I like doing it too. This was fun. Like I like this. I'm glad that he did this with me. Plus, I got to do a video from there. I didn't do anything else with anybody like this. And then as it was raining and it was cold, I watched OKFabe and everybody stand in line in a giant line, and then I went right through the side door with the Young Bucks. It was funny. It was funny because I was like, "See you, Connor. See you guys." Like, and I was saying bye to everybody, and then they're just like, I just opened the door. I'm like, "Oh, I'm Joe Cronin," and they're like, "Oh yeah, come on." I was like, you're all waiting in line out there.
Was Connor being a good boy?
He was. He was being. What do you mean by that? What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know, just being on his best behavior.
Oh,
You know?
well, there's a lot of guys there. I'll say that.
I guess it
My
is
dad-
good to always have press passes, you know?
It is good to have them. Yeah, it is
you
definitely
get
good.
those a lot, Tommy?
I mean, I've gotten a press pass once for doing an anime convention.
Did they regret it?
No, I covered I covered every bit of that
Oh my
convention.
god. What is that, number 3?
That's the third funniest thing Drew's ever said. That was wow.
Funny.
That was amazing. Holy shit.
What the fuck was that?
What was that?
Boy, JB's just lining up these sound clips
Man.
tonight.
He's just
I
an old
apologize.
man.
Shut up, Leah.
You make old
Wait,
man noises.
That was you again?
Back in my day, I remember when it was a nickel.
Whoa. I thought he said something else.
Kind of did.
Fittingly so.
I thought his grandpa was coming out of him there for a second.
Fuck you, baby.
Coming out of the
Tommy, I'm
dirt.
kidding. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, like the Crypt Keeper. But anyway, let's go ahead and say, ladies and gentlemen, this is Corrupted, episode 126, JB from jbsportsradio.com. Tommy NC 2010 makes his return to this thing here, and we'll find out if this could be his last appearance ever on my shows. I mean, to be honest. Let's be honest. But also, Drew, Gatekeeper
Dude,
Drew.
Hang on a minute. I'm sorry. I stomped on Drew's entrance, but
Uh-huh.
I think it was like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I think it was just, it may have been me, you, and Drew and Leah, but like I remember Joe did an intro to the Corrupted podcast. He was like, "You ever wonder why they put the 1 in front of the 2 and the 2 in front of the 3?" And I was all like, "What an intro! This is horrible." And Joe goes, "For real, Tommy? I mean, come on."
What?
And I go, "Joe, what an intro." And he goes, "Yeah, you're right. Fuck it. Let's redo that. That was horrible."
Yeah, I restarted
Yeah, that was
it.
a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. But I don't know if anybody noticed this, but we weren't talking about Tommy, so he puts a gun in his jacket.
No, I wasn't.
Show everybody what you just put in your jacket, Tommy.
Yeah, that's like retarded behavior. I mean, like, come on.
Eyes on the screen, people. Everyone, especially here on this show right now. Tommy, let's see it.
That sounds plastic.
Yeah, it's an airsoft gun.
Oh,
God willing.
yeah. I
Shoot,
could
shoot
he'd be
yourself.
alive?
Living? Where am I living?
Whoa.
Where am I living? Right now.
Tommy, I have something to say to you.
Wow.
You are definitely not a slob. You are not a slobby slob. You are not a sloppy slobbery slobberknocker slob. I would never call you that, so I will refrain from saying those sloppy words to you.
Wow, very polite viewer.
Oh.
That was really nice of him. Very polite viewer. I did not realize donations were on, but they were on for the pre-show, and I didn't turn them off yet. But very polite viewer. That's very nice of you.
I was waiting for the punchline at the end, like the awkward pause, and then it goes, faggot.
Oh, no, it was very nice. Very nice message. I appreciate that.
You gonna shout that person out, Tommy, for giving credit to you? Or are you just gonna pop your knuckles like an asshole?
Well, I was just popping my knuckles.
Like an asshole.
No, I mean, I appreciate it. You know, it's really appreciative that you would donate that. And so thank you for that. Tommy definitely Slob appreciates that. So thank you so much. Let's carry on, baby. How's everybody doing? It's Saturday night. JB, we didn't miss you yesterday. So how's it been going, man?
Yes, today was fun. I did tune in last night very briefly, and that was very interesting last night.
It really
That was what I tuned into. I know you said the show was kind of lackluster, but when I tuned in, it was fantastic.
Yeah. I went off the air when you tuned in.
No, I tuned in like an hour before the show ended.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Yeah, you called in right after.
Yeah, I called in once the show was over. Well, Joe said that they wanted me to call in, the people on the call. Because I asked Joe, I said, "Hey, do you want me to call in to monetize this, or are you going to go ahead and end the show?" Because I was getting off work about 15 minutes before that. And he said, "No, just be ready for Corrupted tomorrow." And like 5 minutes later, he's like, "Yeah, call in. Everybody on the call wants you to call in." I was like, "Oh, okay." And I call in, and there's like 1,000 people on the call screaming at each other.
Well, it's always interesting when, people scream at each other. I mean, that's always a fun thing, to be honest.
True, man.
Now, I got to show you this. Have you seen this tweet that went out from Rex Chapman about the deers?
What?
Have you seen this? It's a deer humping another deer. Have you ever seen this? It's a
Maybe.
It's a deer fucking another deer. Look at this.
And you jerked off to this, I'm
Look at
assuming.
it. Look at that thing hump that ass. Oh, yeah. Oh!
Jesus Christ, scared the piss out of it.
Dude, this thing's humping a fake deer, and then the head falls off of it. It's like, whoa.
That's when you know you gave her too much right there.
Yeah, like, I just killed this bitch. Like, what
When
the
you decapitate somebody through their asshole, that's when you know you gave them too much.
Look at this. Like, that thing is just... But you know this deer is completely sane because, like, if the head fell off and it just looked and then, like, kept fucking... Wow.
Jesus.
And it kept fucking, you know that there's something mentally wrong with this deer. But because it keeps going, because it doesn't keep going, you know it's a good deer. You know, it's like, fuck this.
It got like an extra 2 pumps in, you know?
It's really getting into it, too.
Oh!
Dude, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Watch the buck's head follow the other head all the way down.
Yeah,
Yeah, he like pauses for a minute.
Ooh, oh my God, no.
It takes like a
Oh,
second
shit.
to get to its like stupid
Yeah, the deer's
deer
like,
brain.
hey, what are you doing?
I just killed horse curd. Ow, fuck, get me out of here. What the fuck kind of sorcery? What have the white men created now?
I saw one earlier this week. It said, the tweet said, this is a good hunting dog. And the dog was just standing there, and the deer slowly walks up to the dog, sniffs its ass, and then starts fucking the dog.
Oh, my God.
And the
dude.
dog just stands there. Like,
What
all
the
right, well,
fuck?
hey, shoot the deer now, dude.
Good for the dog.
Yeah. But the dog eventually took off, but it was, it stuck around long enough to get a shot in if someone wanted to.
Well, got to thank you to Very Polite, who did donate $10.50. And before,
Tommy. Ugh. Tommy.
oh my God, he's jerking off to Tommy.
Oh, Tommy.
Oh my good God.
The
Why
guy
would-
who rapes women during a movie review is the one disgusted during this.
Fuck
Whoa,
you. I
wait a
don't
minute.
rape.
I mean, that's
Can you
not
clip
rape.
that, please? Fuck you. I don't rape.
That's not rape. That's molesting. That's not. That's
Yeah.
fucked up.
Fuck you
Drew,
guys.
that's fu-
I don't fucking molest Crystal at all, so fuck you.
I
No,
who
You
said
did
Crystal.
once.
No one said
No,
anything
you
about-
like
I didn't say this. This is all Drew. Drew said this.
fuck you, Drew.
Yeah, I didn't say this shit.
No, I'll
Welcome
take
back,
credit
Tom.
for it too, Tommy. I mean, you definitely molested her in that
I
video,
don't
but it's all.
fucking molest her, so fuck you, JB.
No, no, you
all good,
molested.
bro.
It's no.
All
He
good.
molested her. He's not. He doesn't molest her. He molested her in that video. That was it.
You guys are fucking morons. You know that? You guys are fucking just people inside of a bag when you take a freaking stick and just start wailing on them. That's how idiotic you guys are.
What?
What the hell does that even mean?
What is anyone talking about on this fucking thing right now?
Put people in bags and hit them with a stick. Is that some southern thing?
Oh my
course
God,
it
man!
is.
What is going on right now? Oh my
I love
God!
how like people think I'm like Southern. Then you hear this hillbilly backwoods riddle bullshit from Tommy, and it's like, well, that's the true Southern thing there. Yeah, it's like when you put people in bags and hit them with sticks. Fuck does that mean?
Or you go for hangings.
Yeah,
ever-
we're gonna go hang out and do some hangings.
When's the last time you heard somebody say this?
And they're going out for some hangings.
We're gonna go get us a couple of colored folk and have some hangings.
Sweet and juicy.
And they're going out for some hangings.
That was so funny. But anyway, well, let's bring it back to Tommy in a positive way because he is back. Tommy, what's been up in your life, man, this week? What's been going on? What's up with the videos? Heard you say you were done with the vlogs the other day, but then in the same video you said, but there'll be more vlogs. So tell me about what the fuck that means.
Well, okay. What I'm saying is when I hit 300, when I hit 300 number vlogs,
Yes.
I'm gonna stop number vlogging, but I'm still going to
You're gonna vlog.
day vlog.
You're gonna vlog, but not count them as numbers anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Which,
you're like
The
WrestleMania.
vlog where I met you was actually vlog 106.
Well, it's like WrestleMania now for you, right? So it's like there won't be numbers. It'll just be like, oh, this was the vlog where I went camping and I drowned myself almost, and this is the vlog where I almost set Crystal's bush on fire, and this was the and this was the vlog where I met one of my fans at Denny's, and then I masturbated under the table and they caught me. It'll be. I get it, and it won't be like
It'll be
vlog
good
10,
stuff, bro.
vlog 50. No, but I can appreciate that. When's the next vlog going up on your channel, Tommy? That's that is also
Vlog
important to me.
57, I'm going to court.
Vlog 301. Leafy's gay. Is Leafy coming back to YouTube? I heard that might be something that's going on.
The way YouTube is going, I don't think Leafy's ever coming back to YouTube. The way how everything's being, just labeled and just being ripped apart here on YouTube, I feel like it's moving day, and people are slowly moving out of YouTube because of all this crap that's going on.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, it is a wild time right now. It really, and who knows what's going to happen. You know,
and I say that YouTube is like a hotel, and it's like basically content creators are packing up their bags and leaving hotel YouTube, and it is starting to become empty. And the people are staying on it are going to be in it for a big surprise. Hopefully, if YouTube doesn't evict them, and delete their channels, it's ridiculous.
Well, we really haven't seen anything yet, to be honest, Tommy. This is nothing. It hasn't even happened yet. Wait till next year. Talk to me in summer of June 2020. We'll talk about it then. Then it will be really.
I thought they said it was December 10th.
Yeah, it is December, but I mean, stuff doesn't always happen right away. But you know what I'm saying? Like, so by June, explain the wreckage to me then. And maybe it won't be. Maybe it won't be as bad as we think. Maybe this was just a target. These weird, actual channels. Maybe it won't be as bad as we think, but it doesn't look good right now. I'll tell you that much. What do you think, JB, going over to you? I don't want to talk about baseball really, but just for a second, Astros, should they have an asterisk? I feel like they just need to be fined or something like that for it now. Like, kind of like how the Patriots lost draft picks and lost games for Brady and whatever.
Yeah, I'll keep this brief. Should they get an asterisk next to their World Series? Absolutely not. Because, for the record, even if you are stealing signs, you still have to hit the ball.
Right.
Okay? This is the MLB. You still have to be able to hit the ball. Whether or not you know what's coming, I mean, at the batting cages, you're going to get nothing but fastballs. You're not going to hit every one of them. I mean, it's all part of the game. I understand, though, that the midfield monitor that they were using to steal signs, and I mentioned this the other day, we're not innocent either. Every team in the MLB cheats.
Yeah, the Red Sox.
We're not arguing that, but you can't say they don't have an advantage by knowing what they're going to be hitting against.
Well, it is an advantage to know, but
if you look at their
it was also an advantage when the Red Sox had Apple Watches. It was also an advantage when the Yankees had iPads in their dugout and they got busted for it.
The question is it an unfair advantage?
Okay, this is what I hate. I hate when you start talking about something and everybody's like, well, all these other people do this. And it's like people do that in politics and sports and everything else. But it doesn't negate what they did. And if you look at you look at their averages and shit, they clearly had an advantage when they were home and they were pulling this shady ass shit.
Okay, that's fine. You can say they had an unfair advantage, but we beat them in 5 games the next year. They lost in the World Series this year. They lost. I mean, do you realize nobody won at home in the World Series for the first time ever?
What?
It's not an unfair advantage if you're losing.
Yeah, I mean,
for the first time in history,
you might have lost more.
Every single home game was lost by the home team, which is insane. And I'm not negating. I'm not scapegoating the Astros. I'm not an Astros fan. I'm just simply saying that, like, of course, the way they're stealing signs, yeah, it's definitely not a good way. I'll tell you that right now. But sign stealing's been in baseball since the beginning of time. Even if you're using a fucking trash can to bang against it so you know what pitch is coming, you still have to hit the pitch, and it's still just been a part of the game since the beginning of time. It just so happens now we have cameras and stuff.
I don't think it's the same, though.
But it is.
No, it's not, because if you know somebody's throwing you a curveball, are you going to swing against that?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you know where it is, and especially if it's a hanger.
A curveball is the second most common pitch that a home run's hit off of.
Well, what's the bad one?
Probably a splitter or a changeup.
Sinker.
So if somebody's going to throw one of those, are you going to swing against that?
If you know it's coming.
Only if you
it's if you're insinuating that you would just know how to be walked every time. Is that what you're getting at?
No, what I'm insinuating is, all right, there's certain pitches that are harder to hit, obviously a home run off of, and then there's other ones that might be easier to hit a home run off of. If you know you're going to get one of those ones that's going to be an easy home run maybe, or better chance of you getting a home run off of it, you're definitely going to swing at that. Or if you know that they're throwing one at you that maybe that's a way harder time to get a home run of it, you might not.
Sure, but go ahead, Drew.
Would you think it's unfair? Say you got a man on second and you happen to have the catcher's calls figured out. Is it unfair for the man on second base, the runner on second base, to signal to the batter, hey, you got a fastball coming? Is that wrong?
I think it's wrong when you start involving technology. And I never said once that, baseball, they don't steal signs or watch signs or whatever. Obviously, every team does that. And I think that if they're doing
I think you're 100% correct.
Yeah, I was just trying to gauge that. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with Leah at all. If technology's involved, that is, I'm not going to defend that.
Yeah, because since the game started, this is what people and teams and whatever have been doing. If you're doing it with, you're watching it with your eyes, you're making hands, so fine, because that's been going on since the beginning. But now that technology is involved, I don't think people should be using that to their advantage to cheat.
True, but again, to me, it's not an unfair advantage because
it is.
But it's not paying off for them.
But it doesn't.
It's not an unfair advantage if it's not working.
But I'm trying to find the stats.
But that doesn't matter. Let me say that's like if you use a cork bat and you foul the ball off and then you strike out, and then like afterwards they pull the bat open and they find out it's corked. Are you in trouble because it didn't work? Like, no, you still used a cork bat.
No, that's not the argument I'm making.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm confused.
I agree. It is equally cheating worthy, like penalization for sure. But it's not like these guys have won 6 championships in a row, and now this information's coming out.
I wish I could find it right now, but it was days ago, and now I can't find it. But I did read to Joe the different stats that somebody had put together, and they had a clear advantage. Like, they clearly did much better at home when they had this advantage than they did away.
I don't know. See, they would have to be like regular season stats because the Astros at home stink in the playoffs.
Hey, Tommy, how many?
No, they were like season-long stats.
Tommy.
Okay, yeah, that's true. And go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask Tommy. Tommy, do you ever watch a baseball game?
No, not really.
No, never.
I mean, I've
doesn't surprise me. Baseball,
my dad maybe would have had like a baseball game on. And I was watching, but I really wasn't paying attention to it.
That's right.
But sports, I have to say, sports has never really caught my attention besides professional wrestling. So, not a sports guy, but definitely in the zone of like professional wrestling.
Would you ever come out? Would you ever like step out there and try to swing a bat? You ever fall on your ass swinging a bat or something like that?
Well, just to say, I played soccer when I was a kid, but I was like,
oh God, that's not a sport either.
Soccer is a sport.
I knew that was coming.
No, it's not.
Google that, motherfucker.
I mean, it may be a sport for like commies or fucking fruit bags like yourself, but soccer's not a sport.
Wow.
Oh, fuck you, Tommy. Fuck you. Fuck you. Get a different comeback, you fedora wearing homo.
Fucking JB. Holy shit. Well, speaking of sports, real quick, I got this clip of O.J. Simpson. We all heard about the Steelers.
Oh, is this the latest one? This is great.
I don't know if this is latest. I don't know if there's another one, but this is the one that I got from the Rudolph situation.
Yes, this is great.
Listen to this.
All I know is this. The minute Mason went after the man's helmet with his foot in his groin, it's on. I'm hearing all these announcers saying that Garrett should be suspended. Maybe he should. But when a guy's trying to get your helmet off your head, and that's where it started, with his foot in your groin, it's on. I'm just saying. Take care.
Shut the fuck up. This coming from a guy who murdered his wife. Shut the
hang on
fuck
a second.
up.
Did he seriously just belch at the end of that?
Let me tell you something. If I was there, here's the thing. If I was there, that white motherfucker, I would have killed his ass. I would have cut his fucking. I would have reached for the butterfly knife that I keep in my back pocket, because back when I played, a little bit of racism, be in the parking lot, some of y'all, hey nigga, and fucking you got to punch a motherfucker in the face back when I played. And a lot of racist white guys running around flapping their gums. Hell, they still do it, but back in my day, they did it a lot. So if I was me in the game, I would have killed his white ass. I would have cut him up, motherfucker, and I would have sent him to the hole with Nicole. Yeah.
What is that ring he has on his finger?
That's a Super Bowl ring, you faggot. My God. You ever won a Super Bowl, Tommy?
No, I never won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's a ring. I put it up another man's ass like you put a quarter in yours. You silly bobcat fucker. Let me ask you something. It's me, OJ. Tommy, you ever fuck a bobcat out there in North Carolina? You ever fuck a bobcat, Tommy?
No.
You ever raped somebody and wrote a book about it?
Tommy, answer me, man. What's up, man? Tommy, how is North Carolina, man? How is it a nice place to live? I'm thinking about moving there and killing a white person.
Somebody like
God, Joe.
For somebody like me, is it? I'm just asking you, Tommy. Can I ask you a question? I want you to answer me. I want to know, if I move to North Carolina, am I gonna have to deal with some kind of racist motherfuckers, or is it gonna be a good time? Well,
that was nervous laughter, OJ.
Did
you hear that?
You don't sound confident to me, Tommy. Now you don't sound confident. I don't want to have to kill another bitch. Like I don't want your mother looks like Nicole to me. I'll chop her up too. Chop her up like firewood, cracker. Tommy, you there?
Joe, you're a nutcase, you know that?
I'm O.J.
It's
Simpson.
not Joe, it's OJ.
I'm O.J. Simpson. Who the fuck? I ain't Joe. What do you call me, Joe Montana?
Oh, shit,
I look?
OJ.
Yeah, I ain't Joe Montana, you motherfucker. He's a cracker-ass motherfucker. I'm a college. You understand I won the Lombardi
At
Trophy.
least Mean Joe didn't kill his wife or his friend.
I didn't kill nobody. I'll kill you, motherfucker. I'll kill you. I got away with killing a white bitch. I can definitely get away with killing a big fat slob motherfucker like you. No one give a damn if I kill you, motherfucker.
You, Joe.
There might be some.
It's OJ. Quit saying Joe.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm not going along with this.
All right, there might be some big fat bimbo out there that's gonna miss you, but nobody else, motherfucker. The cops ain't coming. Every year when I do something terrible, what I do is I take a torch and I cut up my Lombardi Trophy into tiny pieces and I give it away to people for favors. Like, all right, I want you to kill this guy. I cut off the football piece. I cut off that. It's very smart rather than give the whole thing away. Hey, I got the seventh cut of O.J. Simpson's Lombardi Trophy. You know what the Lombardi Trophy is?
No.
Oh, my God.
All right, well, hey, listen, I got to go, Tommy, but fuck Crystal and the pussy.
Fuck you, Joe.
All right, OJ, you sick fuck. We'll see you later, OJ. OJ Simpson, everybody. That was amazing.
I never thought I would say this, by the way, but after hearing that video, I'm on OJ's side.
Yeah, he's got a point. He does have a point.
Yep. A lot of people are like stuck on the part where, don't get me wrong, it is definitely assault with a deadly weapon. Myles Garrett definitely went way too far. But again, I don't think that happens unless Mason Rudolph does what he does.
Right.
They both didn't know what the hell was going on.
But here's
Rudolph didn't realize that Garrett didn't know that he didn't have the ball anymore.
Yeah.
And the reason Garrett tackled him was because he thought that Rudolph still had the ball. So they were both fucking confused in that scenario. And so, he fucked up trying to take the helmet off. But does that warrant ripping someone up by their helmet, twisting and turning, trying to rip it? He tried to break his neck like three different times.
Listen, the problem is, here's the problem. It's real simple. Like they were both being douches. Like, but the real issue is, the fact of the matter is, nobody else tomahawk swung their helmet at a helmetless person's head besides Myles. So that's the answer. He's the only one that did that.
I think it's fair to point out the fact that even though he got waffled on the head by his own helmet, by Myles Garrett, he's still the roughest hit he took was from his own offensive lineman when the dude tried to go after Myles Garrett and Mason Rudolph's head fell right in the path of the O lineman's knee. Did you guys see that?
Yeah. He took some shots, man. I mean, luckily the helmet, luckily the front of the face mask part is what hit him in the head, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, this could have. I mean, he literally could have killed him. By the way.
Yeah.
And I'm not. I know, like, I'm just so everybody knows. I'm kidding when I say I'm team Myles Garrett. I'm just trying to rile people up and whore myself out to get a viral tweet. But I do think that doesn't happen. Obviously, if Mason Rudolph doesn't do what he does.
But but you also was funny after he gets hit in the head. He put his hands up and like looked around, like typical, like, oh my God, somebody help me!
He almost just died, and he's begging for a call.
Yeah, it was really, or like somebody to help is what I got. Like, Mom, Dad, there's a black guy hitting me. Like,
there's 8 seconds left in the game, and he's wanting a 15-yard penalty. It's like, what?
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem. Is they were all in trouble. It was all even to me. It was all fine. Big squash, big squall, Donnybrook, even if it happened. But like, it was all fine to me. It's just only one guy swung a helmet down at somebody's head. So that's why he's in trouble. Like, people are arguing about who deserved or whatever, and it's like, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is he swung the helmet at his head. That's the problem. Like, I agree with him being mad. He was cool up until that. Punching, kicking, whatever he wanted to do.
I will disagree with one of your statements in saying that, like, nothing else matters except for what he did.
No,
because I don't.
No, it does when it comes to
the
that's why the suspension is so much different than the other ones. That's my point.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's the reason it's different. Otherwise, they would have all been even to me, like, almost. Like, because he made a tackle, thought he was making the right play. He didn't. It was an accident. Well, he was going to get flagged for it. But then Rudolph was like, well, fuck this. I'm taking this shit into my own hands, which I don't blame him because they're down and now he's getting roughed. I mean, I don't think Rudolph definitely shouldn't have gone for the helmet. That was taking it a level above. Like, he could have punched him even. It would have been all right. But
that was the first thing that went wrong.
No, the first thing that went wrong was him being roughed.
But I will defend Garrett in this.
Come on,
Garrett
dude,
had
you
no
can't
clue.
say that. It's fucking football. That's
Garrett
a
had
football
no clue
play.
he'd let go of that. If you go back and look at
Not
the
anymore.
play, Rudolph pitched it around Garrett. Garrett had no clue. I'll defend Garrett on that. He thought he still had the ball.
That right there was just a football play, by the way, that like happens on a daily basis in the NFL.
That happens to Tom Brady.
This was the temperament of a dude who's looking up at the scoreboard and seeing his team's down by 2 touchdowns. And so he's freaking out. He's like, fuck this, I'm gonna rip it. And by the way, I'm not so sure that something wasn't said. And I'm not saying that maybe Mason Rudolph called him an N-word or something like that.
Get the fuck out of here.
What?
This is what all these SJWs are saying now, dude.
I just said I'm not saying that he did say that.
I literally had like multiple different black people send me like laughing about that. Like, come on, man. You think this guy's gonna say the N-word on the NFL field?
Just saying, clearly something else drove Myles Garrett to go that insane.
Have you seen Myles Garrett flip out before? I mean, like, I've seen it.
No, you haven't. I'd love to see it. Show me the highlight, because Myles Garrett is notorious for being a very calm, laid-back dude.
There's literally a top 5 on him right now on Twitter.
I would love to see it. Okay, that's true. Okay, it's easy to go find a top 5 video of somebody having some bad moments.
No, I agree. I'm just saying, like, who cares? Of course they're saying stuff. Come on, bitch. Come on, fuckhead. Come on, motherfucker.
Dude,
Come on, fag.
Like,
that might get you in trouble.
That's funny. No, like, this guy is notorious. He's a freak of nature too, by the way. But he is known for being a very laid back person. Okay, everybody has their day in football where they just like they may have a moment where they're like fuck, but he's never done anything even remotely close to.
He got pissed off because the guy tried to rip his goddamn helmet off. So he was like, "I'm gonna rip your helmet off." Then the guy tried to grab his balls. It looked like that's what happened.
Yeah, again, I'm not saying that what he did was right. It definitely wasn't unwarranted, but you just can't tomahawk a fucking helmet on some guy, let alone his own helmet. That's just emasculating. But
you are putting Tommy to sleep right now. Look at this. Look at this fucking yawning slobby.
I will say
fuck.
it was a great week for my show. Between the Astros news and this, it was great.
I agree, man. Hey, listen, let's go into the questions. Anything anybody else had that they wanted to mention before we go to questions, like early here? No?
I will say that Joker being the first rated R film to pass $1 billion. Just saying.
And again, not in China. I think we said that last week. No China, and look what it did. We said this last week, by the way. I think we said it passed $1 billion last week.
And also, I know people hate it a lot of the time, but Colin Kaepernick getting a workout for the NFL, it's not going well.
It's not?
No. 24 teams showed up to this. Not one team is interested.
Wow. Well, that we know.
Well, I mean, I've been following the story. I've been setting the Bleacher Report notifications, and nobody has even remotely been interested in them.
Well,
which I do think is crazy, by the way, because I would probably there's no way this dude is worse than Mason Rudolph.
That's what I'm saying. Like Buffalo or the Jets or somebody. These people are fucking terrible. Pittsburgh, whatever. We need to. They need help.
Just the reports that I've been reading on this from Post Sports and Fox 5 and everything. There was another outlet called The Undefeated. I was reading all these articles on this because I do think that it's major news if Colin Kaepernick comes back to the NFL, and nobody has.
What do you think about kneeling in football, Tommy? Were you angry about that back then, or were you like, oh, it's American, that's what you do?
I think that if they want to kneel, they can kneel on their own personal time. Personally, I think if you are living in this country, you should put your hand over your heart and respect the flag for men that have died for this country, men and women have died for this country, and for women. Our freedoms.
Yeah. So
and women.
What would you do to people if you saw them not doing that in the stands, Tommy? What would you, or anywhere? What would you do to those people?
I'd tell them to stand their asses up and put your hand over your heart, or get the hell out of here.
Oh, you'd kick people out of your establishment if they weren't saluting the flag?
I say, what is your reason for not saluting the flag?
Well, what if my reason is because it's my right to protest because I live in America. What would you say to that?
Well, I say you can protest outside of my building if you want to.
So now you own the building too.
Well, what if you don't own the building? What if I'm just doing it and you're also a person in there eating?
That's more likely.
Well, I think that I think it's ridiculous to protest. Why? It's interesting the fact that they want to protest against this country when they're making millions of dollars.
Well, let's pretend that me and you
because this country has given them a career where they make millions of dollars, and they've had the freedom of running a ball down a field. And they've had that freedom of not being tortured or shot at, and they live in $1 million mansions.
Well, hold on a second.
Wait a minute.
Second,
are you talking about? Are you just talking about black people right now or something? What are you saying?
Yes, he is. Tommy, it's 2016.
No, I'm talking about.
Hold on, Tommy. Hold on.
What about the white people that kneeled?
This started in 2016, Tommy, and you're so uninformed on this. And I'll be fair. I don't agree with people kneeling during the national anthem too, but it is their right, and it's for protesting police brutality in this country. That's when it started. It's not like they're just doing it for the fuck of it.
The national anthem has nothing. Here's what I'm saying: the national anthem has nothing to do with the police. That's the thing. It has to do with this country and our freedoms.
Yeah, but people
protest is because of police brutality that takes place in this country.
But they're saying but I'm not really free because I'm afraid I'm going to get shot outside. So they're protesting it. That's the point. You know what I mean?
That's ridiculous, though.
I'm just saying.
I know that. I know what you're saying. I'm just commenting that I think that's ridiculous.
Well, Tommy,
nobody in this country doesn't feel like they're fucking free.
Why did you bring up being shot and like all this other stuff? What are you talking about?
Yikes.
Well, anyway, Tommy, what if I was in a bar? Was that fucking Bailey? Tommy, what if I'm in a bar? I'm me. I'm you don't know who I am. I'm just a white guy next to you, and they're playing the thing over the TV, and they ask everybody to stand up or whatever. So everybody puts their hand over their heart, takes their hat off, and but I stay sitting in my table. As an American, what do you do in that situation in a restaurant, somebody's restaurant? Like you see that, like it's right in front of your face. Do you just wonder what they're doing and then whatever, or do you like? Are you someone that would like? Are you like a patriot that would be like, hey, what's up with that?
It's really hard to say what I would do.
But you'd be upset about it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't approach you during that moment. What was going on? I put my hand over my heart. Then afterwards, I'd probably approach you and be like, "So, why are you disrespecting this country?" That's what I'd probably ask.
So let's pretend we're in that situation right now. All right, so I'm in that situation with you right now, Tommy. So let's pretend.
Well, okay, the national anthem's over. I have just approached you and I'd say, "Excuse me, sir, why did you not stand up, put your hand over your heart?"
Well, because this country is filled with injustice, and one of the things about this country is we're supposed to be free to do whatever we want. So I'm going to express how upset I am at the way this country is, and I refuse to stand up and put my hand over my heart for a country that kills black men.
Did the soldiers that died in another country for our freedoms, were they doing any injustice to you?
No, and it has nothing to do with that.
Was there soldiers that did any injustice to you?
No, I didn't say anything about the soldiers.
That's how I would say that.
No, I didn't say anything about the soldiers. I just said what's going on in this country is bothering me, so I'm showing my protest. So perhaps there'd be a conversation about it like there is right now between me and you. And you know how they killed tons of black people innocently, right, Tommy? So, like, I'm upset about that. And also other people. There's white people killed innocently, too. So I'm not going to put my hand over my heart and sit here and observe the flag yet until we get some justice in this country. And as an American, it's my right to do that. Did you know that, Fatso?
Oh, so in that conversation you would be negative and make fun of my.
Well,
my
I apologize. I apologize, sir, for calling you that. I just observed you eating those buffalo fingers over there. No, I am sorry.
Fuck you,
Buffalo fingers.
I'm sorry. I'm kidding. I am joking. But no, yeah. So I don't want to stand. You can go ahead and stand, and you can be enslaved by the make believe song all you want. But I do respect soldiers, but I'm not standing. Why are you telling me I have to stand? Is this America? Is this America or Nazi Germany?
America, but like it's still, you could be in another country where they cut your hand off because you disrespect.
No.
I could be, but I'm not.
You can't do that. You can't compare it just to every other country. Here's the difference, Tommy. I agree with you. I don't like it when people don't stand for the anthem. But you have to. You can't confront them. You just don't have to support them. Kind of like you don't support gay people. Okay, like you just have to if Joe chooses to kneel for the anthem or remain seated for the anthem, that's his right to do that. And by the way, those same people fought and died to give him that right. That's the way you have to look at it. Because whether you agree with it or not, because I'm sure there's a lot of shit that people do in this country that you don't agree with, that is their right. And the second we start forcing them to do whatever you feel or I feel, that's the second we become one of these third world fucking shitbag countries.
Yeah, so what do you think about that? Now make me stand.
Come on, Tommy. That's a fair point.
What are you going to do about it?
I respect your point, Bailey. I respect your point, and you have to just walk away sometimes. You can't just, I guess.
I agree. Tommy, there you go. That's good.
That's
sometimes you just have to walk away from it.
That's what everybody else would do. You would let
Tommy, I agree with you. Okay? I'm not saying everyone should. I would prefer people to do that because I have the type of view that you do. I respect people that fought and died for this country. Always. And I think that the least you can do is stand up and support them by, standing there for 60 seconds. But again, I also don't hate people that don't do it. Over time, I've kind of chilled out about this subject. When I first seen it, I think I was just more mad at Colin Kaepernick's afro.
Now,
I think it's one thing if the guy in the fourth row eating nachos won't stand up, but when you're the fucking quarterback for a football team, you should be showing that respect. And if you want to protest the police brutality or whatever, then go grab a fucking sign and stand in front of your local police station or whatever police station is pissing you off and do it there.
And masturbate in front of the police station.
And I will also say that, Sunday football or Tuesday or Thursday hockey, Sunday night baseball, whatever it is, that's usually people's escape from the type of shit that is.
Right.
They don't want to associate their pastime, whether it's sports or whatever. And again, I understand why they're doing it. Don't get me wrong, but that's an escape. Exactly, it's the wrong platform. In my view, they see it as the right platform. I don't believe so. If they really care that much about the subject, they'll organize a protest and do that on a different day. or during the off season when they're not 2-5 at the time while that's going on.
I'm just
Shout out
concerned
Colin
that
Kay.
at a random
But-
restaurant, Tommy would go up to somebody and be like, "Yo, what's up? You not standing?"
Yeah, it's wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Because it's America. So it's like, what do you mean? Like, but you'd really go up to someone, Tommy, you think, you'd be like, "Why aren't you standing up?"
Depends on if I know the person. I don't know if I would like start an argument like that. I don't know.
I would
It's-
hope you would start an argument with a random person. Tommy, I was
Yeah.
I was out at a restaurant tonight with my wife, and I saw Fruit wearing one of the worst T-shirts I've ever seen in my life, and I could have confronted him about that, but I chose not to.
What was it?
Dude, it was just like, I'm trying to remember the name of it. It was like the arms were like super tight,
Yeah.
and then the shirt was like one of those weird, like, what's the word where it, like, just you see pretty much all the way down to like the middle of his chest. I'm trying to remember. It's like one of those V T-shirts or A-cut
the
T-shirts or whatever.
V-neck things. Like Leah would love that.
It was horrendous.
Mm.
He also had the chest of like a 5-year-old boy.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was
In
just,
November.
You prevented yourself from having one of those videos that basically provokes somebody being, like nagging somebody, like they would title the video "Old Man attacks young man" or something like that over a
Go
shirt.
to the question.
What the fuck?
Question 1.
All right. Ryan Carp says, "Is your house haunted, Joe?" Squidman below says, "JB's sure is."
Fuck off.
I don't know. I've noticed no haunting around here. It looked kind of creepy when we moved in with the trees bare and taking the photos, but it looks really nice to me now. I don't see anything about haunted anything. It's built in 69 or 68. Leah, our house is not haunted, right? You haven't seen anything.
I haven't seen anything.
Yeah. I've seen some little giblet stains on the fucking walls after I get done with it, but that's from me.
Mine should be haunted.
Yeah, it should be.
There's
Imagine
been
that.
several people that have died here over the years.
Oh God, that's what it is. Right now, there's a ghost tickling Tara's pussy, like up in the bedroom. She's like, "Oh, it's a ghost."
Well, I should say they didn't physically die in the house, but the previous homeowners, the wife actually committed suicide at the fucking library that the husband was teaching at.
What the
Fucking ate a shotgun, yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Where?
They were having issues down the street at the fucking library, but they lived here at the time. He had gotten ALS, so he was really he was starting to kind of fade away, but he was still doing like teaching at the library or something. And they had been arguing. She was pissed off and mental, and she pulled into the library, and while he was teaching, ate the fucking barrel of a shotgun in her car.
Wow. Wait, so she pulled into the library there and killed herself in the parking lot?
Yeah. I guess she was making her own protest.
Wait, but she killed him first?
No. He died years later of the ALS.
Oh my God. Why would she pull into the library and do that? That's so.
I mean, I don't know the whole story and everything. I've heard that from the neighbors, and
Probably
I
was
found the
one-
news article.
I could probably say this. The reason why she probably did that was when
God.
she pulled in the parking lot, she knew that he'd be coming out of class and she would see the car, so he would find her body. That's probably why she did that.
But you do that at home then. You kill yourself in the middle of the living room, so when he walks in, you're bloody on the floor.
Thank
Yeah,
God
let's just
she
let all
did.
the kids walking by see that.
Yeah, instead, someone else might find her, and they might get the corner, and then like everything get them out. You might come out of the library, and they're gone, Although I guess with the ambulance and the fire trucks, you're going to go out and be like, what's going on out here? Oh, some lady shot herself in the face, the dumb bitch. That's my wife. Oh.
Yikes.
Whoops. And
Sir, was there
From what I
anything you
understand,
could've
she
done
was
to
just
prevent
fucking
this?
mental. So she was.
Well, I
she
did
was-
take her eggs and chuck it at the wall because I didn't think they were over easy.
What did Tommy just say? What the fuck?
I just made a poor, horrible joke.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Nothing. Sorry.
Why are you talking about eggs over easy?
Yeah, why are you talking about eggs?
Oh, I was just referencing anger management.
Holy Christ.
He got mad because he wouldn't
All
make
right.
the eggs.
We
All
know.
right. Irish Dave says, "Hey, not a question. Just wanted to say I love you guys and keep me in good spirits." Oh, thanks, Irish Dave. I love you. I'll molest you. Big Mike's wrestling recap show a good patron of ours. What's the best trip you've ever been on? It doesn't matter if it was a school trip, a childhood trip, or as an adult.
About an acid trip.
I thought I
was waiting for that.
Fucking cocaine. Mine was to Bermuda, man. I loved it. Let it blast. I don't think I've ever taken a trip since then, really. I mean, WrestleMania was fun. I'm still waiting for me and Leah to go on a trip together. That'd be fun.
We're never going on a trip.
What?
We're never going on a trip.
Your mic is wicked low.
We're never going on a trip.
Why?
Why?
I don't know, because we don't have money for it.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, well.
I could say the only time, Joe, you're probably ever going to go on a trip is when your kids get out of college or go to college.
Yeah, that's probably it. Well, if they go to college, I won't be going anywhere then. But
it's true.
Yeah, you know, I don't know, man. I haven't, like I said, I haven't been on a vacation since the biggest vacation me and Leah had was our wedding night when we stayed at a hotel and then came home the next day. I mean, we've never been on a trip together anywhere. Like, there's been no way to take a vacation. Like, I don't know how to explain it. But so sadly, my funnest time was WrestleMania or Bermuda 2004, and that was I went there with a whore. So it's yeah.
I've never actually been on like I mean, I've gone places, but not like a vacation. Like my family never did vacations. Like I've never been to Disney World or whatever.
Yeah, I went on all sorts of vacations when I was a kid. Las Vegas and out in the West.
Yeah, rich
parents. Spoiled little white boy.
Yep.
How much does your dad make a year, Tommy? What does he make? Like 200,000, 300,000, 500,000?
I really don't know. I don't know how much a real estate agent makes, honestly.
Oh my God.
No.
No wonder you are the size you are. Nothing on that one?
Oh,
right.
no, my God.
You got the look on his
fair.
face.
I deserve that one.
Oh, my God.
I will say the best trip I ever went on was one of the last vacations I took with my grandfather and our entire family was Navarre Beach, Florida. And
so you drove there?
Yeah, we did. We don't drive with jihads and planes. But we stayed there for 7 days. And by day 3, we finally realized, and I think me and Joe have talked about this before, but
yeah,
by day 3, we realized because it was like we were in a condo, so we were like on like a gated in community, I guess you would call it. And there was this group of fishermen. There was 2 guys, and they had like a little stand by the side of the road, like a little fucking lemonade stand type of deal. And what we realized was they were actually fishing up seafood and then selling it fresh out of the buckets.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so by day 3, our entire family, we had like 16 or 17 people on our trip. By day 3, we just stopped going out to eat, and we would just go to these 2 guys and buy all the fresh food and then just go put it on the grill. So we were eating like fresh, like shrimp kebabs and like just like amazing shit.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And that's just something that like always sticks with me because it was just so fun to go there. I mean, just scallops, dude, the size of fucking like pool balls. I mean, these things were huge.
That's awesome that you caught those guys, because otherwise you'd be driving up to the fish shack that's 2 blocks off the beach, and it's 3 times the price. So the fact that you caught these guys before they went to the fish shack.
I think it's interesting you say the fish shack because it's literally right on the other side of like the gate that you check in at to go to your condo. Yeah. There was a place called it's called the Shrimp Basket, and it was a little restaurant, and it was like, you're talking like $80 tabs for 4 people, a family of 4. And then we were going and spending like $50 and feeding 17 people with it.
Jeez.
I mean, it's amazing. And dude, it's right there in the buckets. You can just be like, hey, give me a huge bag full of those scallops and shrimp. And they had like, I can't remember what type of fish it was, but it was so fucking good, man. I wish we could go back because it's worth going just for the food. Like,
I'd like to make that. Imagine making a bodysuit out of shrimp and having your little pecker just sticking out a hole.
It's like remember that Jackass bit where he covers himself with like raw salmon? Do you remember that?
Exactly like that. Yeah, but with shrimp.
Fish suit.
And like in your asshole, you like stick the shrimp in there too.
Yeah.
So oh my God, it would be
good times.
Just slobber.
Bailey, that was basically the vacation we did this summer. Is the whole family went to Gulf Shores, which is about only an hour from where you were at.
Yeah, it's very
the
close.
one you were describing. Yeah, so it was basically the same thing. We were in a condo on the beach, and yeah, block down the road was that little fish shack. But again, had we found some local fishermen, it would have been a lot easier and a lot cheaper.
Yeah, man. And listen, these guys were just like, just two like normal dudes. Like, they were like heavier set guys. I didn't know their names or anything, but they were just like, they were there every fucking day. And
Right.
I guarantee you they were making a living just off of fishing like that. Now, we did ask them, you do have to have a specific license to be able to sell on the gated community side to do that. But the
Every
money
time you
they
say
were
that,
making,
that
sounds like you're saying gay community every time you say that.
we were on the gay community side of the fence. You know, they sold us some scallops and they blew each other.
Oh, like fucking someone of them stuffed the starfish up the other one's ass. And just shot it out.
Well, to
It was
answer
a
mine, just
great vacation, man.
to answer mine really briefly, I mean, if I said anything other than our family vacations, I'd be a dickhead, but I'm going to do it anyways. Washington Island, Wisconsin. It's like the last island before, I almost said Canada. And it's just beautiful up there. In the summer, it never gets super hot. You get into the lake, and it's kind of chilly but nice at the same time.
I predict you.
Right.
I predict you. If you ever kill yourself, it will be there.
Well, if I ever drop off the face of the earth, I've told too many people this. That's probably where you'd find me.
No, I totally just see. I fucking knew it. I just knew that. I could tell by the way you were speaking about it. That is where you will kill yourself. Like I'm like
Yeah,
like whether
probably.
you might be 90. You might be 90. You might drive up there, you know, lonely and 90, and you just fucking like right there.
There's nothing corporate up there. They've got one like fast food-ish restaurant, and it's just locally owned. It's not McDonald's or anything like that. The grocery store is open 10 to 4 every day.
Oh, sounds like a
closed
nightmare.
on Sundays.
It's a fucking nightmare.
Well, during the winter though,
Oh,
you don't always get milk. You don't always get bread. If they can't get the fucking boat in or a helicopter because it's too cold and snowy, you're dealing with what you got.
yeah. You better have a fucking hunting rifle and some fucking plants and some shit stored.
We're stocked up like you're setting up a bomb shelter or something.
Telling you, man, something
But I don't
happens, you're fucked. We're all fucked.
I'm all about 1 year like that, like the fucking The Shining kind of philosophy, like just being hunkered down and isolated and don't have to worry about anyone or anything. Just do your thing.
Well, you'll have to worry about a grizzly bear. Motherfuckers. The Quam Bomb says, question for everyone. What is the funniest and weirdest thing you've seen in public?
Oh, I hate these questions.
That's just too. It's just way too open. Like it's
Because it's too broad, man. It's like,
yeah.
What did
I
you
just
say?
never
What's the most?
remember. I'll
Yeah.
remember like 2 hours after the show's over, like something insanely funny that's like, damn, I should have used that one.
You know what I saw when I was a kid was I was at a WWE show in '95 or something. It was like '96 or '95, whatever. We're coming out of the TD Garden. We come out of the door after, you know, when you go up and you're in the concession area, and there was a lot of screaming, and then there was a big man running through people, and I mean he was running people over. He was a big, bald, crazy dude, and somebody yelled, "It's just a fucking wrestling show, relax!" And then this guy was barreling through, and he almost nailed me. And as he got, and then I backed up, and my mom pulled me closer, kind of, or maybe I just moved backwards. Most likely, my mom froze in fear and didn't do anything. But then all of a sudden, this cop out of nowhere, these cops were chasing the guy. And this cop came out of nowhere from my right, and he hip-checked this guy. And the guy went flying over the cop's back, and he was bleeding from his head, and the blood was all over the floor everywhere. And the cops were, like, arresting him. And my mom, and then we were moved away, and that was it. We were on our way home, but it was kind of scary. I was like, whoa. Like, I didn't know what was going on or what was happening. But yeah,
fuck my story.
That was pretty crazy. I mean, like that was pretty crazy because like how bad he was bleeding and the way the cop right in front of me hip checked him fucking over. It was like a hockey check.
Oh, I had something like that. We were like little. It was me and my brother and my dad, and we were watching fireworks. It was like New Year's Eve or something somewhere, and it was like wherever there was like a seawall in front of us, and behind us were houses, and the cops came running through and tackled a guy on the lawn right behind us.
Was he black?
No, he was some wiry-looking white dude with tattoos all over him.
Of course. Druggy fuck. Cracker?
But it's funny, I hadn't even thought about that, like, memory in years until you actually just mentioned that, and for some reason it triggered that memory.
Tommy has a great story. He saw Crystal's pussy in public. No, I'm just kidding. No, Tommy, what do you have a crazy public story?
Well, okay. Like, the thing with this story is there's kind of like layers to it, but the layers was I was working at the time at at Ingles, and a lot of times people like to come in and steal stuff, and our manager.
Wait a minute.
Why did you use quotes?
Why did you just use quotations for people stealing stuff?
Because they steal stuff.
No, they just steal it. There's no quotes needed.
But why do you, the
I
quotes...
just like using quotations.
Oh God, okay. All right, no, go ahead.
They like to steal stuff, and one of the managers at Ingles, he he likes to take them out. Like, he likes to go at them and tackle them and stuff like that.
Jesus.
And apparently this guy slugged him because he had caught him, but apparently this guy broadsided my manager, bam, knocked him right in the face. Well, that pissed off my manager, and he chased this guy, and as he was running outside, there was like a little area where there's like plant stuff. He took the guy and slammed him so hard into the dirt, like there was like you could see where he had implanted into the ground, and I was like, yikes. And a woman's like, should you be doing that to that young man? And he looks at it, ma'am, he just hit me. I think I have the right to do that. And he's like, you think you need to get a move on and get your groceries?
Cunt.
And I didn't see this. I heard what happened, and I just saw the implant in the ground. I was like, yikes.
The guy got destroyed.
Yeah.
Was he black?
I have no white.
Wait a minute. I have no idea? You saw it.
No, he just said he didn't see it.
Oh,
he heard the story. He just saw the indent in the ground or something.
So you didn't see any of this?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay. My God. Was he white?
But I will say this. One time, I did come across a full buggy of groceries. I just clocked in to my job, and I walk outside to go get buggies, and I find this big. We have like medium buggies, we have tiny buggies.
Grocery cart.
What is a buggy?
It's a grocery cart.
Fucking southern. It's a racist term for a shopping.
It's not a racist term. Fuck you, man.
Who the fuck says buggy?
Anyone south of fucking Virginia.
Are you serious? Do you say buggy where you're from, Drew?
No, I was in Mississippi for training once, and everyone's running around saying buggy. I'm like, what the fuck is that? That's like if we call anything a buggy, it's the electric cart that the fat crippled woman sits in.
That's exactly what I thought of. I thought,
okay. Well, a buggy is also like not here, but in the UK, I think a word for like a stroller.
Right.
Yeah, I've heard that before too.
Okay, it's a cart.
All right, I was legitimately asking if you had something different there that I'm not aware of. Okay, great. Buggy, booger, it's a booger, big fuck. All right.
Well, okay, I come outside and I find this cart filled to the top with like meats, different kind of groceries. I'm guessing what happened was that they had just stolen all this stuff and rolled it outside. I guess no one saw them. And then they saw me come out, and then they panicked and jumped in their car and took off. So I'm looking around. I'm like, what the hell? Like, why is all this stuff out here not bagged up? And so I grabbed the cart. I went inside. I told one of my managers, I said, hey, I found this outside. They said to me, Tommy, I think you may have came across somebody trying to steal that, but they probably saw you and took off.
If you were, wait a minute. Like, if you were gonna steal stuff from a grocery store, wouldn't you bag it in the store and then make it look like you paid already and just get out of there? Why would you leave it all unbagged? That would give away what's that? That's
some people. there's been some people that just they grab, I guess, so much stuff and then they just run out the door because they know they're gonna get caught. And I guess this particular person was just like walking around the grocery store, throwing stuff in the buggy, and then the cart. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you can say whatever I just didn't know what it was. I was just asking you.
The mentality of a thief isn't going to take the time to bag their shit before they steal it.
No, they're just gonna run for hell, run like hell, and see if they can get as much stuff in their car and take off.
Relic is right.
Actually, they throw big bags of dog food on top of their shit. That way, it looks like they just grabbed a bunch of dog food. You want to put that in a bag anyways,
right?
That's what the smart ones do, and those are actually not trying to teach everyone how to steal here, but that's the more successful ones.
Another thing is like for people who work at Walmart, always keep an eye on the Tupperware, the massive Tupperware, because people will take stuff and put it inside the Tupperware. And this happened at like Toys R Us. People would load up these massive things of like Tupperware, and they would pay for the Tupperware, and they would just hand over to the cashier, and they would ring it up and put it back in their.
Oh.
You know what my buddy used to do? He would go in whenever he needed a hockey stick. He would go. We always had the 2-piece stick, so you buy the end of the stick and then the long shaft part, and that was like $60, and then the end piece was like $15 for street hockey. So he would go in and he would stick the fucking shaft like on the thing and then hold it up. So when when the person scanned the stick, they only scanned the end. So they scanned the $15 hook for the fucking shaft, but they didn't scan the stick as well. So he would always do it. He'd hold it for them like, oh, here it is, and they'd scan it, and then he'd walk out with the $15 fucking stick that was $80 really. MVP Sports, Lembake says. Yeah, it was them. He did it all the time. I watched him do it. I was like, God damn. He'd also go to Best Buy. This was back before Best Buy figured out not to be retarded. He'd go to Best Buy. He bought the South Park season like 1, 2, and 3. He fucking walks out with the South Park DVD. He comes back like fucking a couple hours later. We go back there. He goes, we got to go back there. And I'm like, he was like, you'll see. And I'm like, what are you talking about? We get to he goes right to the fucking returns area. Like, and he just returns them. He just fucking returns them for the money back. And then he gets the money back. Then he goes and exchanges, buys them again, then walks back to the rack and returns them again. So he returned stuff that he didn't buy the second time, like, or whatever. And it was fucking weird. So, like, they gave him credit for the other ones. So it's like he got double credit.
Right.
And they didn't even realize it. And, like, he fucking ended up just with money. Maybe that's not the way he did it. That doesn't make sense to me. He went in the store. He took the fucking movies from the side, went right to the returns, returned them, said he didn't have his receipt, but he got duplicates for his birthday or whatever. They gave him credit. They wouldn't give him cash. They were like, well, we can't give you cash or whatever. He's like, well, I don't have the card that my uncle used. I don't know. I guess I could just use credit. I'll take credit, I guess. I'll get something else. And they were like, okay. And then they gave him credit, but he never paid for anything. So they gave him the credit right then and there. And then fucking he would just buy something else. It was Bobby, by the way, Leah. I told you that story before.
I already knew.
I already knew, yeah. He did that for a long time, man. That was weird.
99% of the time when you start telling me a story, I know exactly which of your friends it's about.
Now, yeah, and I'm a pussy, man. Like, I just wouldn't do it. I was like, nah. He was like, yeah, you should do it too. Then you can get something. And I was like, nah, I don't want to do that.
I've never committed a crime while going into a grocery store or any store at all.
Yeah, I don't know. I just I was like, I'm not gonna fucking. That's a pretty smart idea, though. I mean, like, look, if I was fucking poor, like dirt poor, like, and like I was really desperate for something, like maybe like I would do something, but I'd always find a way to pay it back. It's kind of like when the CDs would come out back when Napster existed. When something leaked out, I would download it for free because I wanted to hear it, and it was out, and I couldn't have it yet, but it leaked out or whatever. And then I would go buy it. Like, I'd go buy it because I want the artist to get money. I want to keep listening to this band. So,
right.
You know,
I do the same thing too, but I liked collecting the CDs. I had a giant collection of them on these racks and everything. So I wanted to have them, but it's like you're going to put the song out 6 months before you put the album out. Fuck you. I want it now.
Yeah, dude. That's exactly how I felt. I want this shit now, motherfucker. JB,
it's either that or I'm going to tape it off the radio anyways. So
either JB's fucking shitting right now, or he's never robbed anybody. Oh yeah, he said be right back. He went to go shit. That's I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Oh boy.
How much just came out of you now?
I just pinched a Hall of Fame loaf.
Ugh.
Joe?
Yo.
This thing was the length of a 2-liter bottle.
Oh my Christ, dude. Are you fucking serious?
I am one day. You want me to send you the picture?
Yeah,
and JB wonders why he gets the questions he does Uncorrupted.
So fucking, can you imagine what the gallery in his phone looks like?
Oh God.
That's good stuff.
Can you imagine what we're gonna see in this brand new TSS video that just came out? I definitely encourage everybody to check it out later on. But here's a little bit of it.
We literally lost the audio as you were pulling that up.
Oh my God.
Colonizer.
Look at this. Oh my God. I'm dripping with jism. Oh my God. Oh no.
Drew, you are so gay, bro.
Look at Tommy. Oh my God, man.
Tommy, are you like getting blown right there by Crystal?
Slob 75 Tommy NC, it says.
Fuck you.
Drew the
Fuck
gatekeeper.
you. Need some new material, fatty.
Dumbass.
There you go.
Dumbass. Oh, look, it's when I poured the Red Bull all over myself. Oh my God. Oh no.
It's a turkey.
They are attacking everybody around. I
They're
told you.
not attacking anybody.
No.
Oh my God, look at that loser.
This music is amazing. Wow.
Jimmy Merton. It even said Merton.
Did it really? I missed that.
It said
Oh,
Merton.
man.
Jimmy Merton. Good old Jimmy Merton. It's pretty fucking funny. Oh, it's the Mandalorian theme. I get it now. I haven't seen it yet. I'm ready to watch it at some point later, probably. Oh
That
boy.
picture of Tommy is one of the strangest pictures.
What with with his
ever.
head? He looks
Yeah,
like
where he's like.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like he's getting stretched or something.
Yeah, he looks like Stretch Fat Strong.
Looks like somebody sticking a finger in his butthole.
JB, you ever?
He's like.
I gotta pee. You ever?
Just checking for more quarters.
Oh.
Come on.
When he looks for exact
Seriously.
change when he goes through a drive-through, he just starts digging in his dirt button.
Fuck you.
Well, Tommy, I can feel you're fading away slowly. So let's get into one thing that we haven't talked about tonight that you wanted to talk about. How about that?
Uh-oh.
Open forum here.
This is gonna be Joker related.
Tommy?
Well, I don't know what you want me to. What did you want me to talk about? I just forgot. Derailment.
I set the whole thing up for you, Tommy. I said talk about literally. Is there something on your mind that we haven't spoke about that you wanted to hopefully talk about here, like, or something that's going on that was on your mind? You know, that we haven't, that you wanted to say or mention or talk about that we haven't. You know, that you're like, I've been on the show and I haven't been able to say this thing I was thinking about. You may have nothing. Maybe the answer could be nothing. I'm just here to hang out.
What?
Tommy has rankles.
I'm gonna kill myself. Like, I'm gonna shoot myself in the fucking head.
Go get that crossbow, Joe.
Wow.
Jesus.
I bet if
Tommy,
you take an IQ test, you get a 10.
You have rankles. You know that, right?
I don't have wrinkles.
Let's just go back to making fun of Tommy then. Okay. We're back to making fun of Fedora. Fuck.
I was trying to help him.
I was trying to help him.
I don't have wrinkles.
Okay, I didn't say wrinkles. Just Tommy, talk about something for fuck's sake. You have wrinkles.
Oh my Christ. It's okay, Slob. Listen, like, here's the deal. He's got.
Fuck
I
you,
love
Joe.
his. What?
Don't call me fucking slob.
I didn't call you Slob. What you?
What the hell?
Slob, what are you talking about? I said. I said
Fuck
Tommy.
you, Joe.
He didn't say anything.
I didn't say anything about.
I fucking know it. I've heard you throw it in there slightly.
I didn't say anything about anything. Like, I just said, "Hey, Tommy, you know, Slob, I think you wear a hat."
Fuck you!
Come on, Tommy. That's a fake outrage. Come on.
Yeah, come on, man. We know you fake all these fucking things. We've been studying them for the last couple weeks.
Fuck you.
We know
You
it.
do, but
Come on,
you do.
man.
You fake your outrage. I'm not even trying to trigger you, but you do fake your outrage all the time.
Yeah, and you look up, like, are they looking? Are they okay? Ah, are they looking? Okay, we saw it.
Yeah.
We watched it unfold. It was like in the video, it presented itself that, like, you were so angry that this fucking.
You want me to fucking leave, Joe? I'll fucking leave.
Oh no! Don't do
Oh,
that to us.
The show will suffer.
All
Tommy,
right.
talk about what you want to talk about, Slob.
That's what I said. You can say whatever you want. It was on your. I put the table.
If you keep calling me a fucking slob, you call me slob one more fucking time, I'm fucking never coming back on any of these shows ever fucking again.
Slob!
Go suck a dick,
I'm just
everybody.
That was
Tommy,
Drew.
I'm kidding.
That was
I'm
Drew.
not fucking coming
Last
on
time.
monetize this.
Jesus.
Go
You
fuck
never
yourself.
unmonetized this. What are you talking
I
about?
was just kidding, Tommy. You couldn't tell.
I
was
didn't even
kidding
do
with
that. That
last
was
one.
JB. So maybe you're not going on the cafe. How about that? It's not. I didn't do that.
Wait, he doesn't come on that show anymore anyway, so it's fine. But
Oh,
Tommy,
been-
I was
Because
kidding.
no one contacts me, JB. You never contact me anymore to do it.
Yeah,
Tommy,
JB.
No. The last two
Call
times
Slob Tommy
I
back.
tried to have
Come on.
Tommy on, he sleeps through it.
Oh,
So I haven't invited him back. It's not. I don't take it personal, but I'm just tired of wasting my fucking time waiting
so
on
I
you.
mean,
Wasting your time. You didn't fucking invite me back for a while.
yeah,
I came
You
for every
slept
time you invited me.
he's
No, you
slobbing,
didn't.
sleeping.
I came every time you invite. Oh fuck.
Oh, you
No, I meant
Tommy.
sleeping. I meant sleeping, not slobbing, not slobbering. Sleeping.
I have to, because he's misleading people. Tommy, the last time you were supposed to do the cafe, you slept through it. I can play the messages. You slept through it, and I wasn't mad. I said, no problem, Tommy. And you were like, thanks, JB. You slept through the last time we did it, and it wasn't the first time you've done that. So I just stopped doing it. It's no big deal. I'm not mad. Okay?
Yeah.
It's a pretty sloppy way of handling things.
No, I think he handled it fine.
He's just, would you relax, Tommy? We're joking around.
I didn't even say the word.
Well, you said sloppy. That's
yeah,
not the word.
I just said that was a sloppy way of handling business.
said
Like,
that.
what?
I made him
Yeah,
thought
sloppy's
Sloppy Joe.
okay. Yeah, have a sloppy Joe. Have a sloppy Joe. It's all the same.
Tommy, what are your thoughts on Sloppy Joe? Do you like Sloppy Joe? Sloppy Joe's kind of a dying. Tommy, I'm being serious.
Nobody
Like,
eats those. I mean, really, I'd like to. Leah's made
You're
them
so
before.
full of crap. I've made them. I just made them a
Yeah,
month ago.
you're right. You did make one recently. That's true.
They're not. I'm not they're good, but I just feel like they're kind of like they used to be
Yeah,
really common.
I
eat
like
sloppy
them.
Joe if I had to put in front of me.
Well,
yes.
Tommy, you'd eat a slobby Joe.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That was pretty good. Come on, that was good.
They're just an easy thing to make every once in a while.
Exactly. That's what Keith
Right.
says. It's easy. Like if like she has a bunch of photo shoots to do and we need to make something before I need to leave for work,
Yeah.
Sloppy Joe is just bang bang and you're done.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you can eat a bunch of them too. Like they're
And they don't
really
taste
big.
bad. I mean, they're
Yeah,
pretty
they're
good. So
No, they're good, especially if you go like OG and melt a slice of cheese on that bad boy. Let's go.
Yeah, throw some salt on it.
I haven't tried that. We could try that next time.
I actually melt a little Swiss cheese on mine. Big Swiss
Ew, I
fan.
hate Swiss
Oh.
cheese.
Oh,
I know it's a
No,
lot.
I
of
like
it's in a-
Swiss.
You know what? Like
I like every
always-
cheese.
You know why I fucking hate that stuff? First of all, it smells. It smells
Yeah, it
horrible.
does.
Yeah, but I
Yes.
like it.
But my
But a lot
mom,
of cheese do.
my mom and my brother was only little. He was only like 3 or 4. Used to sit there
Yeah.
and just eat it, like a package
Yeah,
of it.
I
And
can't.
it's
I can't.
Nope.
I can't
smells
eat
like
it plain.
feet.
Well, what about provolone?
I do that too. I do all that. I do anything.
Yeah, provolone's a lot better. But go ahead. I'm sorry, Tommy. You had a question.
So with Disney Plus, does this mean that everything Disney now is just going to go directly to Disney, like Disney movies now? That when they make new Disney movies, that's just going to go directly to Disney Plus now? It's not going to even go to the theaters?
No,
If
it's
that was
gonna.
the case, then Frozen 2 wouldn't be in the theaters next week.
Yeah, like Frozen, they're all still going to be in the theaters, and then they're going to go to Blu-ray still. But they're also then going to get them on there. Like right now, we said Star Wars 8, Episode 8 isn't there because they still have the Netflix deal, so they can't put it on their thing yet.
So is Solo as well, by the way.
Right. Slob Solo is going to be on there, but it eventually will all be on. What are you laughing at?
Oh, just.
Are you laughing at Tommy or?
balls.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. So Tommy, like almost everything eventually will be over there, but they're still going to have releases in the movie theaters. You know what I mean?
They make so much money off that to not do it that way.
Yeah.
I was watching
Tommy,
something
what are your
on
thoughts on
TikTok,
Swiss
and it's
cheese?
really funny. It's really funny that what they did. They had Netflix, and then they had Disney Plus, and then they have the sound clip from The Dark Knight where he's like, "Do you think you could steal from us?" And he's like, yeah.
It's funny we're talking about shows. There's this awesome show I've seen. Have you ever heard of Robert Hall, Tommy? He's got a show on Netflix. It only went one season. Well, it's a show about pop culture collectibles from the 80s and 90s. It's called Slobby's World.
Bits and pieces of it.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Slobby's World's a great show, man. I love that nostalgic stuff. What?
Is it really called that?
Yes. It's all about nostalgic shit from the 80s and 90s. How would you not get into that?
That is pretty crazy. I like
Tommy, I have to make a recommendation to Tommy, and this is totally serious. Tommy, when we're what did I say?
Recommendation. You said recommendation.
Tommy, I want to make a recommendation. Okay, so when you get off the computer here, I want you to go to YouTube and I want you to watch this documentary because I know you're a big documentary guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want you to watch the documentary. No, I'm just kidding. Watch the documentary King of Kong: A Fistful of Quarters.
Oh yeah. I've seen that one. I like
Tommy,
that one.
it's an amazing. You know,
it's a little bit long.
That was actually a joke without me even saying it.
Yeah,
Tommy.
No,
it's a joke. It's a documentary about
1 hour.
the Donkey Kong arcade record.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about, Joe?
No. I've seen it. It's over an hour though. I mean, it's a long documentary.
It's an hour and 22 minutes, Tommy. And if you're a documentary guy, right?
Sometimes if it catches my interest.
Tommy, so this is about the Donkey Kong arcade game, the record set in 1982. And there's a guy in Washington who sets out to beat the world record. And just watch it. It's called King of Kong: A Fistful of Quarters. It's fucking great.
When I was younger, I had a nickname. People used to call me.
You think I'm making a joke about it, Tommy, because you shove quarters up your bum? I'm going to send you the link so you can see the title of this thing. I'm being dead serious.
What? Well, anyway, listen. When I was a kid, they had a nickname for me. People asking about our nicknames.
Oh,
my nickname was Cronin because I didn't really have another nickname. You know, all my friends had names like Sticks and Socks and all these different names, but my nickname was only Cronin.
Friend named Socks.
Yeah, Socks.
Wait, we've gone over this before. All the weird ass nicknames, but Sticks and Socks.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. Yeah, Sticks.
I would kick my friend Socks' ass every day.
But like I never got to have a cool nickname. Mine was just always like Cronin. Like this is just the last name, like Cronin. You know, Tommy, did you ever have a nickname for you when you were younger?
I did have a nickname in high school at one point.
Was it Slob?
No, fuck you.
Change dispenser.
You know, this is weird, but I was following.
I'm afraid to say what that nickname is because you guys are just going to use it against me.
All right, Tommy, can I give you what people called me in my freshman year?
Why do you look exactly like Donald Trump when you sit there and like? Has anybody noticed this?
Yeah, he really does. Drew's going to extend. Tommy, let me put it to you like this: all through high school, my nickname was Turd Ferguson. So what's yours?
My name was Cronin.
I was Boots.
Ashley's
gas
was
bag.
Boots?
What?
Your nickname
gas
is
bag?
Ass Bag?
Gas bag.
Wow.
Credit to those people because they're fucking dead on.
Well, I was peering through your Facebook the other day, and I happened to come across Crystal's Facebook page, and I noticed that she has under her nickname Slob.
Joe. That's one.
It's one nickname? It's one of her nicknames.
Oh my god, dude, that's one. What are you, my dad?
He was. It was like Listen here, young man. That's one. Don't strike out.
One, oh, one. The only way is one.
And if I reach 3, that just means I'm going to hang up. I'm not even going to say 3. I'm going to fucking get out of here and not say anything.
Well, let's get him to 3 really quick, guys.
All right, well, listen. With all that being said, slob, 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 Debbie's cunt slob. Is that 2?
Bye,
Is that 2?
Tommy.
That was 2.
That was 2.
Wait, you're jumping to 3.
That's only
like
2
that.
strikes. That's 2 strikes.
Is that 2?
You got to know how to
One more
count to
strike.
3.
Was that
Tommy,
2?
that's like taking a fastball across the plate. That's strike 2.
Is that
He's got
2?
one more.
Is it 2? Is that 2?
Yeah, that's 2.
He didn't say it. I'm waiting for Tommy. He's in charge.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, you're still 1 technically. 1.5. 1 3/4.
Tommy,
So you just want to fucking push me? You want to fucking? That's what it all is.
No,
beat
no,
up
I
on
just-
Tommy,
you just-
talk shit about Tommy, and that's all it is.
I tried to. I said, Tommy, talk about whatever you want to talk about.
It's all about a beat up.
No!
Here's the truth.
Slop, slop,
Here's the
slop,
truth.
slop.
Fucking about.
No, it's not. It's about. I gave you an open forum to talk. We'll see how monetize this.
Here's the truth. Did you hear that? He just said it.
What do you say?
He said, "This is why I don't come on monetize this anymore."
I thought it was for a different reason.
I thought so
we
too.
got it out of him. We proved it. I proved it to the world tonight on Patreon.
Credit to me.
There you go. It was proven. He just let the cat out of the bag. This is why I don't come on. But he'll go on everywhere else he gets made fun of, but not here. By the way, this started because I said, Tommy, go ahead, man. What do you want to talk about? And then he kind of like didn't fucking, he just jerked around
He
for
just
5 minutes.
he just stared at you like a wax statue.
You were
Yeah.
literally just going to let him talk about whatever and have a good conversation. And
So I said, all right. So he's, well, whatever. Anyway.
I literally found a 75th anniversary Topps trading card called Slob, and I didn't even get to use that. Damn it.
Slob. Sloppy what was that?
Oh, my bad. I didn't mute. Usually I mute when I throw my can.
It sounded like you shit something.
I was tossing the can into the box of cans.
God damn it. This is why I don't come on monetize this anymore, he said. We fucking...
Can you I have a question. Can you play that back so I can hear it? Because I missed it.
I missed it too.
There was a lot of talking.
I'm just going by what Leah
clear as
said.
day.
Okay. Let me see.
Well, you're like the detective.
I wasn't talking though. You guys all were, so maybe that's why you didn't hear it.
All right, here it is.
Half. 1 3/4.
So you just want to fucking push me? You want to fucking?
Oh yeah, fuck.
He doesn't understand that, like, I wasn't doing. And then when he goes, "That's 1," like it's like he treats weird shit. Me and him were about to do a podcast the other day.
It's back to his superiority complex.
Shit about Tommy, and that's all it is.
I tried.
Yeah, it's like I'm
talk
telling
about whatever you want to talk about.
I can't be made fun of, or I'll just
wait.
rage quit.
Can you guys not hear this?
He's a narcissist.
No, we lost him again. There was
Oh, we
another
lost audio.
hiccup.
Well, I heard it. He did say that. He did say it. This is why. Blah blah blah.
I wasn't lying.
Yep. But what's weird is he'll go everywhere else. It's the same thing. But like, so it's probably people like Danny MT or who knows, being like, "Oh, that's all they do there. Like, is make fun of you. Like, do you want me to go kill Joe in my MMA fighter outfit? You know?
His little undies.
Yeah. Well,
Tommy, talk about whatever you want to talk about.
It's all about a beat up.
You hear that? Listen.
Yes.
There it is.
You just talk shit about Tommy, and that's all it is.
I said, Tommy, talk about whatever you want to talk about.
It's all about a beat up.
No!
Did you hear it? Did you guys hear it?
I heard it. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I did hear it.
Very
I did say that.
faintly, but yeah, he did.
I literally let out a no like Captain Picard when he like breaks the fucking starships.
Yeah, let's listen to that again.
You just talk shit about Tommy, and that's all it is.
I said, Tommy, talk about whatever you want to talk about.
It's all about a beat up.
No!
It's exactly the...
No!
Oh my god, dude! I gotta. Can you hear this? By the way,
Clock sucker. You can hear the
No.
clock. I'm allowed to. Oh.
you hear that?
No, that was JB playing through the.
Oh.
Oh wait, well let me tell me. Can you hear this?
Colonizer. You are fucked.
Keep talking.
Just keep talking. Let me see if I can get you to hear this.
You are fucked.
You
are fucked.
Oh, light.
You are fucked.
Give me the thumbs up if you hear this.
Purple penis.
Suck off.
Well, that didn't work, Tommy. But good stuff, man. Good night. I hope you're okay. I love you, man. I just hung up on you. It sounded like I didn't want you to get all worked up and stuff. Good night, man. Kisses.
Colonizer.
All right, here it is. Look.
Look, blow up the damn ship! No!
It's totally it.
I see fall lights.
Play the clip of me again. Play that clip of me.
No!
That wasn't it, you fuck.
Tommy, you just
Talk shit about Tommy, and that's all it is.
I said, Tommy, talk about whatever you want to talk about.
He's all about a beat up.
No!
Was that from one of the movies?
Lights! What?
Was that from one of the movies?
Yeah, it was from Contact, First Contact.
Was okay. So that's one I'm like, I've only seen that like once.
The one where Picard is like insanely out of character, like just nuts.
Yeah. Man, the Lights episode though, that's got to be my favorite. I don't know why. It's just
I have a feeling like
I don't know, mindfuck of an episode.
I have a feeling that movie was pitched like this. They're like, we're gonna do the best of both worlds, but it's gonna be Die Hard, and but you're gonna be Bruce Willis in Die Hard. Think Die Hard meets Star Trek, and Captain Picard. You're gonna be this. I don't know. It was pretty good though. It was obviously the movie everybody loved, but no, Commander. Suck my cock, Commander. Hey, that's coming out soon. Now that I think about it, January, right? Is that when the Picard series comes out? Let's fucking go! Yeah. Unless it sucks, and then I'm gonna flip the fuck out and like probably.
Is that on the CBS app thing again?
Yeah, yep.
Fucking assholes.
Now that's something we should share because I've noticed that's pretty shareable.
Is it? Yeah,
I can't believe Tommy just lied to us right on the air like that.
What do you mean?
Can't.
Well, yeah, I can. I was just trying to make a conversation go, but that's just not a good look.
What do you mean?
Basically admitting that the reason he's lied to us about what he's doing on Friday nights.
Oh, yeah.
Because the real reason he's not coming on is because he doesn't want to get made fun of.
So, Tommy, you lied about Friday nights, bro? That you've been lying about that the whole time? 7 weeks?
I love how he sends the messages right on the air.
You're like, why, like, is that, like, so you've been lying? I mean, I was told you were lying by many people, by some people who knew.
Yeah, I sent him a couple of messages that said, so you've been lying to us. Interesting. You lied. I mean, it is interesting, I will say. It is interesting.
Who spends the night at their parents' house 7 Fridays in a row?
Yeah, really, this motherfucker was hiding. And then I guess tonight, and he was begging me to come on tonight. Like, and it was.
This is why I didn't want him to come on.
Yeah, well, I think
that's why when you said it, I said, fuck him.
Well, I taught him, I'm teaching him a lesson tonight. I am done. He will not return with me until he comes on Monetize This.
Well, he'll be doing you a favor when he does.
I think Tommy should be banned for like 6 months.
Yeah. We'll let the people decide.
It's not. It's not my show.
We'll put it on the wheel next week. We'll put it on the wheel next week. There's something for Monetize This. Yeah. How long is Tommy gone on the wheel next week? Monetize This.
Tommy tried to call into my show on Friday 3 times. I never answered. and that will continue, by the way.
Be a lot easier if you just block him for the time being.
That's true.
You don't have to look.
Now
at
he's saying that he didn't lie. He goes, "No, I didn't lie. I've been hanging out with my family on the weekends."
Well, no, that wasn't a lie. He was just dodging.
Exposed.
He's a mess.
He was just dodging the bullshit.
Let's go back.
That audio. He says, "This is why I don't come on Monetize This."
Yeah, he's literally like the stack of lies this dude lays on, like Jabba the Liar. It just is ridiculous that he's even trying to be like, I didn't know, I didn't. I mean, it's like a compulsive disorder.
Yeah, dude, he lies left and right like a maniac. Like, it's almost unbelievable. And that's why, like, eventually I go nuts and I just start poking him because I just can't deal with it. Like, it's behind the scenes. He says stuff like he talks about everybody, about them, and that makes me realize I know that he's talking about me then to everybody. He listens to everybody about everybody. So if somebody tells him something, he kind of believes it. But, like, it's like, because he comes to me with stuff, and he'll be like, why did this? And I'm like, I never did anything like that. What are you talking about? Oh, well, I heard that from somebody. From who? I don't know. And it's like, it's not even true. And it's like, this, what the fuck? Like, I'm just going to start telling Tommy bullshit about everybody in the community just so he can be like, you're gay.
I remember when he referenced something a few weeks ago from, like, one of McKinnon's, like, 8-hour deep streams.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, is he really trying to convince us that he was watching an 8-hour stream of Scott McKinnon? And that's how he got his information? Clearly, someone is messaging him. And I'm going to be dead honest. I don't know who. It could be anybody. It could be, I seriously think it could be Hamza.
I think Hamza's busy fucking guys, to be honest.
Making a million kids.
That's true. He does love to procreate.
With different women. Hamza's like the cool kid that you wouldn't expect to be cool, kind of. Like he's dorky, but he's like...
Oh, he's not cool.
No, I know, but out there he kind of is, because all the women are fat and they eat cheesecake.
The bar is really low.
Yeah, and
they're fat and they eat cheesecake.
Yeah, and this motherfucker's coming in there with a guitar like, yeah, name's Hamza. Yeah, I got this...
yeah. What's up, man? I eat fried chicken and I play with knives and I'm a fucking asshole. Yeah.
Yeah. You want to make a fucking baby, you fat pig?
You want to fucking play my dick fiddle?
He walks in like it's a Western and hits on fat women.
Yeah. He's like, hey, baby, I'll pay your bills as long as I can count each one of your fucking belly fat rolls when I'm fucking you in the ass.
Ooh.
Hey, darling.
Gross.
Darling, let me tell you something. You don't look a day over fucking fuckable.
This music stinks.
You don't like that?
No. It's like a silent film.
Sounds like sounds like an old player piano we had in my house.
I just got done watching Back to the Future 3, so I'm sitting here thinking of the fucking scenes in that bar.
Especially not some duded up, egg-sucking gutter trash.
Dude, when Biff Tannen starts screaming with that giant stash, it's fucking hilarious.
You're Mad Dog Tannen. Oh, nobody calls me Mad Dog.
Nobody calls me Mad Dog. Especially not some duded up, egg-sucking.
That's the greatest line ever. Duded up, egg-sucking gutter trash.
I had to look it up. The word dude didn't even get started getting used until right around that time. That was a brand new word people were using as slang back in the 1880s.
What did it mean back then? Like cocksucker or something like that? Like
no,
it
meant someone who was outrageously dressed.
Yeah, like Tommy. Goody-looking
Tommy
two-shoes.
would be a dude.
Yeah, we call them fags now. No. I'm sorry.
It evolved over time. It eventually meant just like a man, and then it became like, like a bro. Dude, bro.
Oh, my God.
But it started out as, like someone like Tommy, who's just like flamboyantly dressed.
Flamboyant.
Flamboyant is like, that's being nice.
Was that word even out then? Probably not, right? That wasn't even a word then. It sounds like an old word, but I don't think it is.
It's
sweet and fruity.
You come down here and your horse look at all flamboyant. Like, they definitely didn't use that word back then. That had to be like an early 1900s thing. Right? I mean, somebody looked that word up and figured it out.
Yeah.
Do I really have to look up?
Look at him. Hey, he had a bit of old sarsaparilla. He put his head in the horse trough and masturbated to it.
It's funny you said saps. They actually say sarsaparilla in Back to the Future 3.
I know.
That was one of the things I noticed for the first time.
He says that about the doc when he's going to revive him.
You want to try something stronger? How about some sarsaparilla?
Sarsaparilla. Boy, look.
Fucking
All right,
beer.
so it comes from, it was borrowed into English from French in the 19th century.
1832.
Yes!
Can be traced back to Old French flambe, meaning flame.
I am so fucking good.
Like flaming.
For flamers, yeah.
Have a flaming mo. You want a flaming mo? A poo's a flaming Indian. All right. What the fuck?
I was thinking the one person who got a flaming mo and tried to drink the damn thing without blowing it out.
You ever I can't even do mo, but you ever butt funneled a flaming mo? It's called being gay.
That is the dirtiest term ever. Have you? What was it? You ever butt chug a flaming mo?
You ever butt funnel a flaming mo?
That is not fun.
Oh man. Okay.
It's like the what was it when Mo got the thing? One of the calls from Bart, and he goes, "If I ever get my hands on you, I'm gonna shove sausage down your throat and stick starving dogs up your butt."
Whoa.
That was like
holy shit. The Ice says, have you had any bad bosses? If so, what stories do you have there? Well, I live with Leah. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
I missed the question, honestly.
It just
literally
a bad. Okay, Tommy.
I missed it because I was sorry.
You retard.
That's okay, Pookie.
I'll look it up.
No, it's fine. He said, "Have you ever had any bad bosses?"
Tommy
I think Drew told a story about.
Yeah, I was gonna say we've had this. Like Drew told a story about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I can't even remember what it was.
Well, you said it was the guy who like pretty much like you said like, "Do you have this?" And he emailed you like, "Don't fucking talk to me like that" or whatever.
Fucking asshole. Yeah. Exactly. He didn't read it. It was a 2-sentence email, and he didn't read it properly.
All over myself.
What?
I just played.
Did you say you're in love with yourself?
No, I spilt milk all over myself earlier tonight. I knocked
It's gonna smell great.
It already smells fucking atrocious down there.
Yeah, it's really bad. I lit a candle though.
It didn't help. It just added to the bad smell.
I'm gonna have to wash the carpet, clean the whole desk tomorrow.
Horrible.
And I was streaming. The computer froze during my stream earlier tonight. That's what it was, my gaming stream. And as it froze, I went, "Oh fuck!" And I threw my hands up, and I knocked the milk off the thing, all over the keyboard, all over the table.
Oh.
Yeah,
that is one of my biggest pet peeves, by the way, is like spoiled or sour milk.
Yeah, well,
I remember, I think it was this year or last year, we were cleaning out our car before we were going to like Indy or something like that, and we found one of the kids' like Camelback cups, which are pretty expensive, by the way, and one of them had dropped their cup like down underneath the seat.
Ugh.
And dude, it was cottage cheese. It was disgusting.
I will throw up cleaning out shit like that.
Drew, this thing was spoiled and had a full ecosystem in it.
We buy those plastic cups now, the ones that are like wicked cheapy. They come in a pack of like 6, and they're like the take and toss ones. Because my kids have a habit of like somehow getting them underneath the couch or like the bed or something, and so I'll clean out from under there and I'll find like 3 of those cups and they'll be like that, and so I'm just like, nope, straight in the garbage.
We've turned into the strict fucking parents that I never wanted to, but like we have 2 Camelback cups now. That's the only cups we have for our kids, and
those are.
It's like a $15,
what are those like
kids
for like
sippy cup?
Oh, I forgot. I thought they were like for fucking Egyptian kids or something.
What?
No,
because of a camel. Yeah, but no, they're like really they're pretty bougie cups. I mean, they're really fancy, but like they're not allowed to like drink their cups outside of the kitchen. They have to like leave them at the table, and once their cup is done, they have to put it in the sink like right away.
Yeah, see, we've definitely got our own obstacles with her, but the drink cup thing is a very rare issue of all things that we do have to deal with. It's like that's the one she's got figured out.
Exactly, because those straws, if you like, that can ruin a cup.
Oh, I don't buy ones with straws. Nope.
Yeah.
No, the ones we've got are the ones that it's like a saucer top, and they can like suck the liquid through the saucer.
Oh, it's like no spill, and they can sip from inside. And
but you got when you clean it, you've got to remove the saucer portion though. Otherwise, it'll mold up underneath it.
Well, the ones I have were like there's the cup, and then there's like a white twist part that twists on the top, and then like a rubber piece that pops in.
Yep.
So it's only 3 pieces, and there's no like hidden spots that any like gross shit could get trapped into, or that you have to like scrub it like crazy. And they come apart like in these easy parts, so they're actually wicked easy to clean.
The thing is, Leah, a lot of people don't take the plastic piece off the lid when they clean it. So I've seen a lot of shit on the internet where people have finally pulled that piece off.
Yep.
And it's just caked in mold. And they've been giving it to their kids for months.
Yeah, I never do that. I always take the full thing full apart.
After seeing that, I got paranoid about it. And I'm like, I'll even put them in the drawer sometimes separated. Like, fuck that.
That's why I like these cheap cups, because I'm a lazy motherfucker. I don't want to be cleaning this shit every second. So you give them these sip cups, the sip and seal cups, or whatever they are nowadays.
I haven't seen those.
I think they're take and toss.
Take and toss, yeah. It's like whatever. It's like you can wash them, you can give them to the kids, they break them, whatever. It's $3 for 7 of them. And it's like, who cares? So you just wash them, you fucking use them. There's no fucking trick to it. And they, you can drop them, they don't always explode open.
Can you clean and reuse them if you wanted to, or is it better to just get rid of them?
No, you just keep using them.
Yeah, I put them in the dishwasher. We use them until they either get nasty or because they're only made of plastic. Like sometimes, like like Finn's really the only one that uses the top now, unless Brenna's taken like a drink to a room or something. Then I make her put a top on it.
Right, but they're cheap and they're like 6-pack. They're cheap, so if you throw them away, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah, and that's exactly why we like them. Because when they get gross, that's just going in the garbage. But otherwise, I put them in the dishwasher.
Make sure I get those when the neighbor kids come over. We'll open a pack of those.
They're wicked convenient. Like really, like they're one of
They're fucking wicked cool.
Yeah. Well, you know who loves packs is Mel Gibson.
Packs of.
4 years after Oscar.
Oh my God, Mr. Fucking. Yeah. Let's listen to it. Fuck it. Where is it? Where's the
I'll bury
call?
you in a fucking rose garden, you cunt.
Yeah, what does he
Man,
say?
that's been a while since we've heard this.
That's my favorite celebrity tape.
Yeah, it's got to be one of the best one.
That's got to be one of the first episodes of Corrupted. You guys did that one, wasn't it? Right around the Shatner pool thing.
I can't fucking find it. Like, oh, here it is.
And the tickets in the Lakers box, I got rid of the box. And now nobody gets tickets because of you.
And now nobody gets tickets because of you. I don't think I ever heard that part. I never heard that part.
Why is it because of me? Why is it because of me? What kind of bullshit is this? Why?
I have to support you and everybody else. I have to sell paintings.
Well, maybe it's because of them. Maybe it's because of others that you sold it. Why are you blaming it on me?
Before you go any further, can we stop on this?
Jesus.
I've got to remind people, when I first heard you guys reviewing this years ago, Joe, you made a comment that is so perfect, and that is, she is sitting there calm as can be, just letting him get more and more insane.
Oh, yeah,
and it's
yeah.
working.
Oh, yeah, she knows.
Oh, it was definitely planned out. She's got like a script in front of her. She's staying calm, and that's pissing Mel off even more.
Right,
By the
right. I
way-
just wanted to point that out for anyone who doesn't remember this from a couple years ago.
Yeah,
I love how she goes, what kinds of bullshit is this?
Yeah. What a sucker he is, though, huh? You know, like, what a sucker.
But he's the one who married a commie cunt.
Yeah.
You're fucking Braveheart, bro, and you're gonna let this chick bring you down? Come on now.
Like, you know what, bitch? You know what? You're
This guy's
done.
he was a fucking sex symbol.
Yeah. Now he's just a.
Your box. Never once did I ask you. This is the first time.
This is tape number 7. What the fuck? How many are there?
Because
Oh,
your
you
relationship
need to
was
do
Yeah.
This is a whole
tape number 4 is the best one.
Is that the one
I
where he
have that,
says the pack of whatever?
No, that's tape 1.
Oh,
If you wanna
my
hear that one,
God,
but
Jesus.
tape 4 is, tape 4 is best.
I'm gonna go
the
find
best.
it. I'm gonna find it.
JB studied this thing.
This
He
is
got
amazing.
an A on the test.
Yeah.
No, you don't understand, dude. Like, I was in high school listening to Opie and Anthony review these tapes.
They did?
And yes,
Oh
Joe,
man, we're fucking. Someone else did it already. God damn it! Fuck it,
these tapes came out fucking 12 years ago.
bro. When you were doing that, I was working. I was already out of school, so I wasn't even listening to them then. I don't think.
Yeah. Right
Yeah.
on, bro.
Well, I mean, because it was like 12. It was like 10 years ago. It was 2009, 8, 7. Yeah, I mean, like I was.
Yeah. No, I would have been out of school then. What
No,
am
I was
thinking?
just
Yeah,
so.
that was-
I don't think I heard it. I never heard them review. I wish I gotta go. I'm gonna go look up them listening to it because that's got to be hilarious.
Oh, it's fucking great, dude. Well, somebody on their old forum site had a Dropbox and it saved all of those recordings. And I downloaded those and they were so goddamn funny. But tape number 4 is like the box set is fantastic.
I'm looking
But
up tape 4.
number 4.
We're gonna look up 4. We're gonna look up 4.
Sasha is so fucked up because of your violence. I was trying to
Sasha, is that the name of their kid?
make amends.
No, I think Sasha is their maid or the housekeeper or whatever.
Tell Sasha to go fuck herself. I hope she died. We should like do a whatever tape there is last, like the 9th one or whatever it is. Like we should come up with like tape 10 and like we'll just have somebody flip out. Be like, here's the lost fucking footage of Mel Gibson where he's like,
Well, you know, something else, a fucking cocksucker. You know what I'm sick of doing? I'm sick of walking around the fucking house, seeing your fucking cunty little fucking panties everywhere, and like I fucking see the streaks of piss in them because you sit all day in the fucking underwear for like 5 days. You don't even shower. Then you go outside like some little princess cunt. Like, oh, look at how princess and precious I am, but nobody knows you're a fucking slob at home, you fucking reckless pig, you big piggy bitch fucking whore. I fucking hate you. I hope you die in a fucking elevator accident. You fucking cunt. You faggot. cunt.
Jesus Christ, how does he do that?
It's just like it is fucking.
I can think of a couple candidates for that role.
This like nutty fucking fucking phone call. Like, what the fuck is this? The hidden Mel Gibson.
With between you and him, not make amends and be a diplomat between you and him.
tell you that the box is gone because of you.
Not because of me, because you have to feed an army. Why is it because of me? What kind of bullshit is this?
I spent too much goddamn money on you. And my wife knows it's you.
How much money do you spend on me? You don't spend more money on me than anybody else.
I spent more than $5 million on you.
That's not on me. And that was signed. I was signed to. That was signed to the diplomat. I always said thank you.
Dude, listen to that. He's going insane right there.
Yes.
I said thank you.
I don't even know what he says now.
I know you dug me. I don't care anymore.
Think you're fucking gouging me.
I don't care anymore, okay? I don't want you either. That's it.
That makes it real clear. That was so easy. The minute I pull the plug, you're out of here. You can't.
Mel, I'm saving. I'm saving. I cannot be with somebody like this. You don't love me. You don't love me. This is not some.
She just said she was done. Like, I don't know. That is fucking.
Dude, one of the funniest lines is when he's talking to her about how like the night they were supposed to hang out in the jacuzzi or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The fucking.
She's all like, I was waiting for you. I want to get in jacuzzi, and he's all like, yeah. He's like, you deserve to. Or he goes, before we get in the jacuzzi, you're supposed to fucking blow me first. And dude, she just like, you know, skips past and goes, I was waiting for you to get in jacuzzi, and it was dark outside. I didn't want to go out by myself. I was scared. And he goes, fuck it.
Supposed to blow me before the fucking jacuzzi.
Oh,
and
yeah,
you can,
and then
you can hear he's like out of breath as he's doing it.
Yeah, he starts going. He goes, you should just fucking smile and blow me.
Man,
I mean, it is so good.
Yeah, I like when he goes, "You're a bitch in heat" or whatever, and you're gonna get. Like,
yeah, he's like, if you get raped by a pack of what, you know.
Oh, you beat me to it.
He goes, if you're raped by a pack of, you know what? Because you're a bitch in heat.
Oh, here it is.
You look like a fucking bitch on heat. And if you get raped by a pack of niggers, it'll be your fault.
Oh,
oh my God.
I thought it was going to be censored.
Listen to this.
Oh my.
What the fuck?
There's no way this ends well.
Pack of niggers. Pack of niggers.
Oh my God.
Pack of niggers. Pack of niggers. Pack of niggers. Fucking pack of niggers.
Oh.
Pack of niggers. Pack of niggers.
Jesus Christ, Joe.
This guy might be Dave Rose's dad. Jesus, man. Who says that? So he's on like cocaine or something here.
Oh yeah,
you're a fucking bitch on heat.
You look
he's a drunk.
Fucking bitch on heat. And if you get raped by a pack of niggers.
You know, he should have said that he should have testified that he was actually just studying for he just like came up with a movie about a crazy racist white guy, and then he should have claimed that he was like involved in being the character, and she was bothering him during it, so he just stayed the character, and then he should have claimed that he was the character.
Right.
That would have been genius. And not only that, then he could then make that movie, and everybody would go see it based on like that's the movie that he was making when he called his wife. He said it to his wife, and he's like,
I love when he goes.
This is a great idea.
He goes, dude. He's talking about how she dresses fucking provocative.
Oh
he's
yeah.
all like, he's like, you're walking around in those dresses. You could basically see your fucking pussy.
Oh my.
Remember,
disgusting.
He goes, you got that fucking tit job, and they just look fucking stupid.
Oh yeah, he's like so stupid. He even says it like that. He's like stupid.
He's like your fucking tit job. It's awful. They just look stupid.
He really does say it like that. Here you go.
What, the fact that you had foreign bodies in there?
Correct.
Correct. Okay, good. Sing you're not lying to me about fake tits.
I've never have.
Yes, you just did. You said they weren't. You fucking lied to me before.
What? I didn't. I never said anything of a kind. You never asked me, I never told you. Or maybe you asked me, but I never lied about this.
Not a lie, who cares? So, they look ridiculous. Get rid of them, why don't you? Anyway, you know.
That's none of your fucking business. What
It is. They look stupid. I'm just telling you. It's just an appraisal. Keep them if you want. Look stupid. See if I give a fuck.
It's stupid.
It's just an appraisal.
They just look
Yes,
stupid.
it's just an appraisal. They look stupid.
Anyway,
It's so weird.
Oh my
He
god.
does. He sounds like such a fucking child. He's like, I'm just telling you, they look terrible. They look fucking stupid.
What's happening here to me, like, is first of all, she's playing innocent when she is clearly like using him and stuff like that. But he's also like exposing like the way like lots of guys can be in power.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where they're just like, I'm gonna bowl over you, you fuck. You know?
Well, all the things that attracted her to him, like now he's shitting on her for.
Yeah, right. Like I bought them for you. They look crooked, you cunt. Well, then why'd you pay the doctor all that money? Why didn't you sue the doctor?
She goes, I don't understand why you're so mean to me and you treat me like trash all the time. And he goes, that's because you're a using fucking whore.
Get rid of them, why don't you? Anyway, you know.
That's none of your fucking business. What
It is. They look stupid. I'm just telling you. It's just an appraisal.
Stupid.
It looks stupid.
I'm the beaver.
Keep them if you want. Look stupid. See if I give a
Imagine if she said that. She brought that up. She was like, yeah, well, your movie, The Beaver, was dumb. You idiot. Go fuck that lesbian. Go fuck that lesbian Jodie Foster again, you fucking puppet actor.
fuck. You know, but they're too big and they look stupid. They look like some Vegas.
He's sitting there with the beaver on his hand the whole time.
God, they look like some Vegas bitch.
They look stupid. They look like some Vegas bitch. They look like a Vegas whore. And you go around sashaying around in your tight clothes and stuff.
Oh my God. I think this is when he says you can basically see your pussy. Please let it play.
Sashaying around.
Stuff. I won't stand for that anymore.
I don't walk around. I don't walk.
To be that
I don't walk around in tight clothes.
bitch. They look like a Vegas whore. And you go around sashaying around in your tight clothes and stuff. I won't stand for that anymore.
I don't walk around. I don't walk.
To be that.
I don't walk around in tight clothes. I stay at home for most of the time.
You go out in public and it's a fucking embarrassment to me. You look like a fucking bitch on heat. And if you get raped by a pack of niggers, it'll be your fault. All right? Because you provoked it. You are provocatively dressed all the time with your fake boobs you feel you have to show off in tight outfits and tight pants and stuff. You see your pussy from behind.
Well, no shit. If you get a breast job, you want people to notice.
Oh my God.
Is that kind of why you're getting it in the first place?
He is so angry. I love it. Like let's
she's
be honest.
beating the fuck out of him, though.
She must not have fucked
She
him.
knows it.
He's saying what every guy wants to say in an argument. He just fucking he's just throwing fastballs, and she's like, I don't understand why you talk to me like this.
Yeah, this is like fucked up. Like I don't even know. I mean, I get mad, but like to go on a tirade like this, like again, it's because you're not supposed to talk. You know, the girl might be a shit. You know, she might be really a shit, but.
I wish we knew the backstory. Like, did she spend the afternoon planning this out, maybe getting him a little extra bag of cocaine or something, and just like getting him there? And then now I'm going to get him on the phone. I'm going to go out or whatever because they're clearly on the phone.
Right.
And then just, hit the record button. And now I'm going to be all calm after I've yelled at him for 3 hours and stirred him up and gotten him high off of coke or whatever. And now I'm going to just... Oh, but honey, you want it? Oh, you fucking! It's just I got to know the backstory because you know that she buttered him up all night for this.
Drew, I'm telling you, you have the opportunity to listen to a lot of podcasts and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Do me a favor and just listen to the Mel Gibson tapes, and it will literally change your life.
That'll be by Monday.
It's the funniest fucking shit you can ever listen to because, like, we're listening to the tame parts of this. We're not listening to when he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I mean, it gets so much worse.
Does it really get? I don't even remember all of it. I only remember.
I'm a little annoyed that Drew is like blaming his wife and not the fact that he might just be a fucking psychopath.
Well, Drew hates women. Don't you know Drew hates women? He always tips.
It's starting to come off that way, honestly, a little bit. The more and more we do these shows.
What do you do? Where is this? Where is this coming from?
You do have some kind of animosity towards women. I will say it's been poking out. It's okay.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Hold on,
Where's this
what did
coming
he
from?
What did he just say that triggered that statement?
Because he was saying, like, she like gave him drugs and was like poking at him and poking at him and poking at him.
I think they're
the whole night.
I think they're way far away from each
How
other.
do you know that? You're just making that assumption based on stupid sexism. You're blaming the wife.
Well, yeah, it is her fault.
How do you know it's her fault?
Because I've studied these tapes and all of it came out that she.
Is there like somewhere on there that she gave him drugs?
Yes, there was an article that came out that
There
she
is.
knew that she was going to sell this tape to Radar Online. So she baited him by why? You really think in a normal argument she's really that calm?
It is weird. I mean, she set him up for this. I mean, there's no doubt about that.
there is no doubt because they came out already.
Common arguments before.
Well, you've also been crazy in arguments before.
Have I?
I mean, I'm not saying I've studied these like Bailey, but I kind of know what's going on here. I've heard about it, and I know what's going on here. But I'd like to know. I've got to dive into this, Leah. When have I shown extra animosity toward women prior to this assumption here?
I'd have to go back and pick through the monetized thises and stuff. But there's been a few times where I've been sitting here like, the fuck, like thinking that to myself.
This is interesting.
I want the top 10 times Drew proved he hates women. Coming out next week. Bye, Leah.
TSS, go for it, man.
I wouldn't say it's hate women, but there've been some comments where I'm like sitting there like that's sort of like a little bit anti-woman. Like that's a weird comment.
Are you talking like when I fuck with Monica or something?
No, I'm not. No, because I can tell the difference between fucking around. And plus, I think if you did that to her for like real, she'd probably rip your head off anyway.
Yeah, and then eat it and feed it to her 7 cats.
And that green thing today was enough. That's provocative. Okay? I'm telling you. I'm just telling you the truth. I don't like it. I don't want that woman. I don't want you. I don't believe you anymore. I don't trust you. I don't love you. I don't want you.
You shouldn't trust her. She's recording you right now. Illegally, probably.
Okay?
Okay.
Stay in the fucking house. I'm not giving it to you, but I'll let you stay there.
Jesus Christ. Stay in the fucking house.
Okay? And I will take care of my child, but I don't want you anymore.
Well, at least he'll take care of the kid. That's the good thing. He's like, I'll take care of my kid.
You understand me?
You whore.
Did this happen in California?
Yeah, and if they can legally record secretly, I believe, in California.
You can't. It's a 2-party consent state.
Oh, wow. So this isn't even right then.
Unless at the beginning of all this, she said, I'm recording you.
I'm just letting you know I'm recording you.
Yep, that's all you have to say.
Yep, that's all you have to say, yeah. It's here in Massachusetts, too. That's why I've said it before, too.
And I will!
You know who, you know who he sounds like, Drew? You're right, Drew. Kind of sounds like somebody, you know? Somebody out there. Well, don't you think Mel kind of sounds like somebody?
I don't know the reference.
I was sitting down, touching myself.
Nailed it.
Ex-babysitter. If I need to use her, I...
You understand? You don't have your own money. You're only using my money. Okay?
You made me moneyless. I used to have $100,000 a year when you met me. You took me. You possessed me. Everything I am, you owe me with my liver and my kidneys and my thoughts and my soul.
Wait, what?
Everything. My career or whatever it is, pathetic career, whatever it is yours. You control me like marionette. I don't belong to myself, only to you. I can't do anything and I walk on the eggshells always with you.
That's because you're a fucking using whore.
I told you, dude.
Oh my God, this is 4.
You could do a whole separate show on
It's
this.
because you're a fucking using whore. Anyways, I love how he like. Do you notice that he goes because you're a fucking using whore?
Yeah.
Now.
No, yeah.
I was sitting down, touching myself.
Relax,
will be
man.
fired if she goes to your house. You find that cunt, and you find some other money that's not mine. Okay?
No, I'm using a B.
She's fired. Do you understand that?
Fine. She's fired.
Fire her, because I won't pay her.
Okay, don't pay.
Oh my God, is he talking about killing the maid?
Just listen. Just listen.
And I will fire her.
That's okay.
Only works at my house.
Well, she has nothing to do with your house. Baby's here.
The baby should be here, and she should work at my house.
Baby is where I am. You're insane.
Not be there for long. I will fire her if she is at your house. I will make it known and fire her.
Fine.
I'll report her to the fucking people that take fucking money from the wetbacks, okay?
Oh!
No, you can't just take a woman
Oh,
that gives
my
you a
God.
child.
Jesus Christ. He's called these N-words, wetbacks. Like, I mean, he's going after everybody.
Let's not forget, like 5 years before this, he went after the Jewish people too.
Right.
This guy is going for the racist trifecta.
Jesus
Dude,
Christ.
I know it's offensive to people, but you have to be honest. This is just great stuff.
It's hilarious. I mean, I've never.
Oh my
You
God.
know, and I don't think I've ever
Fuck balls.
said. I've never said wetbacks unless it was on purpose to be funny, like in a joke, like to be like that's funny. Like it's just a weird word, even like I don't even or whatever. Like it's just a weird.
Did this ruin his career like it would have in 2019?
Of course not. I mean,
For a
he
couple
came
years.
back. He came back from the Jewish comments and released that movie Apocalypto, and it made gobs of money.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm trying. What was the movie that he came out with after this? And even that made a lot of money too, because the thing is Mel Gibson. You know, he produces 90% of what he's in.
I would have thought he would have done like an interview where he's like, "Listen, I'm not racist to anybody. I use a lot of extreme language when I'm angry, and I say a lot of crazy shit." But
he was in the Expendables. He did those Daddy's Home movies. I mean,
Yeah.
he's made a lot of them that get him to the gringo movies that made tons of money.
It's weird.
But in 2019, he would have never worked again.
You
No.
You ever notice like when a guy's mad and fighting with a woman in these things, it's always he drops these weird racial things, like with women. Why is that? The Hogan did that too. Like I've never been in a fight with Leah and been like, you know what? Fine, leave me. Go out and find some fucking chocolate mother. You know, like it's like that's never happened. Like we're like, why does that come up?
Unless that already happened to him once before or something. And
yeah, but now he's saying
you would think
fucking-
you'd know about that.
Mel Gibson has 9 kids.
Oh yeah, he's got a farm for sure.
You know what it
What
is?
the fuck?
You mentioned Hogan though. Wasn't Brooke dating a black guy though at the time?
Yeah, but still, like it's weird. Like, yeah, see, he wants to bang his dog.
I'm not saying that makes it right. I'm just saying at least he had a reference point.
Oh, like God, like I just don't get it. I don't get where the N-word comes from. I mean, because I'm trying to give people the benefit of the doubt that they're not actually racist, but it's like, why the fuck say that? Like, it's weird. Like, we're two white people talking, and you're dropping the N-bomb. It's bizarre. Like, I mean, I've said goofy things around Leah before, like as a joke. Like, people called my dog the N-word and stuff like that because it's black, but it's like. I've never been like I've never dropped the N-bomb like in hatred like you know what then Leah like these like that's just weird like it's just strange to me. He maybe is on cocaine. I think he's a sex addict too. I think it sounds like she's withholding sex and he's been like giving her all this shit and she's not banging him. That's what it sounds like to me. So she's out like with her pussy out and her boobs are out and she's at home and buying all these things and she's like not banging him enough. That's what I think.
Well, any other actor would just found someone else to fuck, though.
Well, but that's what he does do. But I think he also does want love, so he's like mad, like, damn it, I invested in this thing, and she's not fucking giving me the shit I want. Now I'm pissed off. Like, fuck this. Now I'm gonna go fuck someone else and fuck that person. And that's why he's got 9 kids, because he's fucking everybody. I mean, but yeah.
And by the way, he's still going to make tons of money because I don't know if you guys knew about this, but he's actually making a sequel to Passion of the Christ.
Saw that, yeah.
How do you do a sequel to that?
The shootings in those theaters are going to be great.
Well, it's the resurrection of Christ.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I thought you
And
meant
it
like
will make-
literally.
and it will make tons of money, by the way.
Let us proclaim the mystery of faith.
Pack of. Oh my God! I really was looking for that clip because if I had been able to play that right
That's
there,
the Westboro Baptist Church that does those hymns.
that would have been hilarious if I was able to play that right there.
Did you guys ever watch the movie Red State?
No.
The Kevin Smith film? It's
Yes.
it's based off of many different of those crazy religious groups. Like it's half based on the Westboro Baptist Church, and then the other half is based off of David Koresh and the Branch Davidians in 1993 at Waco, the siege.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, man, it's actually a really John Goodman stars in it. He's one of the FBI dudes who's been building a case on him, and he's one of the dudes that raids this church. It's actually a fucking really good movie.
Oh,
it's weird how Westboro Baptist Church, I almost, when I worked for Honey Baked Ham, I almost fucking hired one of those insane fucks.
You worked for
What?
some of the strangest places.
Always food related.
Yeah,
But it is. It's crazy. It's always premium food, premium beverage of some sort.
It's always
I've driven by their
you-
place. It
I
looks
mean,
like
you
a
worked at
fucking house
McDonald's,
with a
bro.
basketball court.
You can't say you worked at McDonald's, bro. That's not premium.
Who did? Well, no. I mean, since I've been like a true adult and got out of that.
You know that look
Yeah.
on. I pictured Drew licking his lips and walking around at whatever job it is involving food.
Eating cheese, licking
Yeah.
his lips,
Eating his own shit.
You want
It's
some
actually-
feta?
I'll be honest, it's just random coincidence. Maybe there's some sort of comfort level to that where it's I've dealt with food before, so I'll stick with it. But
Drew, I hope you don't get offended by this, but if I went up to the cheese counter and you were the fucker slicing that shit up, I'm running away.
Yeah, dude, you look like you molested somebody in the food.
I don't know about that, but if you're doing the licking the lips thing, what the fuck?
Wow.
I'm sorry, I don't even know what that's.
I don't do that. That was
I know,
fabricated.
that's what I-
but
I don't.
That's why I'm laughing, because Joe just yeah, you're licking in your lips, and now we're just running with the fact you're you want some feta cheese?
Sucking on it.
I was sitting down, touching myself.
Suck off.
Suck. Sorry, MK Ultra.
Oh my God, that is.
You want some feta cheese?
Jesus.
I want to be the girl. Put that splashing sound fucking next to it.
It's frightening.
Big fat fucking weirdo that watches wrestling all day long. Because I watch wrestling, I know all the weird independent wrestling moves. I'm gonna use some of them on him. I'm gonna.
That's where he's talking about killing old man Dave.
Well, this show's getting reviewed.
Come on, that's fucking hilarious. If you don't think that's funny, if someone's like, "Oh, I don't like him," he's fucking funny. But anyway, we'll go back to the questions, maybe there's a little bit more of this Mel Gibson
Question
rant.
5.
Let's go back to the questions, though.
Anyway,
yeah, we've had bad bosses, and they've all sucked. Narb says, "What's your dating advice for a 27-year-old introverted loner?"
I could totally answer this.
Don't own weapons, first of all. That's the first thing, Narb.
Don't try. I'm not saying don't. I'm not saying bury your head into the video games and just stay at home all the time.
Right.
But when you go out, don't try. Just let it naturally happen. It'll happen when it happens.
Mm-hmm.
As dumb as that is, weird and retarded as that sounds, but it'll happen when it happens.
Right.
If you look for it, you're either A, not going to find it, or B, creep someone out.
Yes, exactly. And but you gotta be trying but not trying. Exactly. You're not really trying, but you're trying. But you also got to try. I mean, you might have to try harder though, to be honest. Like, I mean, like if nothing's going on and you're kind of mangled looking, you know, you might have to try. You know, you can't be afraid of like someone being like ew or no or getting awkward with you. Like, you just got to go for it, man.
Right. I mean, you still got to go to the bar, go to that party, go to the whatever where you might find someone. But that doesn't mean like just like lean on them and drool on them and shit. You know, let them come to you maybe. Or maybe give them a reason to want to talk to you.
Right. I agree, man. And maybe handcuff them. Just take them with
That
you.
too. You know, they'll stick with you a long time if you actually handcuff them to your main water valve in the basement and keep them there for, you know, a couple decades. They won't leave.
Also, another really good answer to me would be look for somebody like you, dude. Look for an introvert like you. Look for another introvert and find an introvert with like say you both like reading books or like you both like playing video games or whatever, and go look for those people because those are the easiest then, because then you can talk about something. Like, so no matter what, you might make a friend and that can help you. So like whatever, don't be fucking whatever friend zoned, but you know what I mean? Like, yeah, just look for people that like shit like you and go to like, especially if you're a dorko, because I'm pretty dorky. Leah's pretty dorky.
That friend zone stuff is utter bullshit. It's a dumbass excuse to get out of it.
What? What do you mean? What are you saying?
When a chick comes up to you and goes, oh, well, you know, we're just good friends. That's bullshit. No, it's not.
Oh.
Because your best friend should be the person you're with. So if you friends, if you're friend, I don't subscribe to that. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Am I wrong? I mean, do you think friend zone actually is a thing?
Yeah.
Nope.
You never seen it happen?
I've seen it used as an excuse.
As an excuse for what?
You mean to tell me that if you're too good of friends with a chick, and obviously, I mean, you're married now, but rewind. If you found yourself too good of friends with a chick, you couldn't find yourself having a romantic relationship with them.
I've seen like literally like dudes who are like, I love this girl. And like the girl would be like, no, like it's not like that. And then like the guy's like, but they're friends and they like, she invites him to shit and all these things. And then he like really wants to date her, but she says no.
The chick is either full of shit or denying herself.
Yeah, then she gets 3 glasses of wine in her and then blows them.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about? So wait a minute. Is Leah here?
We need to switch the subjects because this is going to get really dark.
Is Leah here? Leah, you not here?
No, we need to switch subjects.
All right.
What do you mean dark?
We'll save this for next Friday or something.
No. That won't be good.
I've seen it, man. I've just seen it. I've seen the dude just look like shit, and they never hook up with him, even when they're drunk. Like and like the guy's really trying when they're drunk, and it still doesn't work out. And I'm like, dude, she thinks you're just her friend. But whatever. I don't know. I've just seen it a lot. Whatever it is. Arcnolia Strokelbean says, sorry, music question. When the Beatles went solo, whose solo career did you prefer? John, Paul, George, or Ringo?
I don't think anyone's saying Ringo.
Nobody's saying. Yeah, well, he laughed about the Ringo part.
Okay.
I think George actually had a pretty successful solo career.
Yeah, but I mean, who do you like the best?
I don't know. I don't like either one of them. I don't like the Beatles.
I was going to say I'm not a huge Beatles. If you held a gun to my head, I'd say McCartney.
Yeah, I would say I'm only really familiar with what Paul McCartney did. Like I don't.
Oh well, you know Lennon. Imagine was one of the biggest hits of all time.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess like.
But that's one.
That's all I know, though. That's the only thing I know from Lennon. Really, I didn't really get into the Beatles that much. Like I have a couple Beatles albums. Leah probably knows them more than anybody.
Right, is she a big Beatles fan?
No, but I mean, I think she's familiar with.
Good luck.
Yeah, I just never bothered to study them, really, to be honest. I'm like one of those younger pieces of shit who was like...
Well, that's not fair to say, because, like, Zeppelin's not too much younger than them, and, you know, people our age get into Zeppelin. I think it's just an acquired taste.
I mean, Zeppelin is light years better than the fucking Beatles.
I'm not going to deny that, but there's people our age that may disagree with that.
Yeah, people would definitely disagree with that.
I think to me, it's like just the writing by Led Zeppelin is so much
more beyond what the Beatles did. And I'm not saying the Beatles didn't write great shit, because they did. Very catchy stuff, very ahead of its time. But Led Zeppelin, they had like 10 to 12 minute fucking bangers.
Would you say the Beatles are like the original boy band? The only difference is they actually played their own fucking instruments. I almost feel like they had the boy band factor going there.
Well, they were the original pop band too. Like pop, boy band. Just that very like upbeat kind of fat. I mean, I don't hate the Beatles. I just like, you'll never see me listening to them if I like on my own. Like if one of their songs come on, yeah, exactly. Like, but dude, I listen to so much fucking Led Zeppelin to this day. It's still like my iTunes. They're in the top 10 still.
Well, and Zeppelin was just an example. I could have thrown out the Doors or Van Morrison or whoever.
Actually, I'll let you know right now. I got my iTunes pulled up. Led Zeppelin, 37,239 plays.
From you?
God damn it!
Yeah.
Holy mother of God!
I listen to a lot of music, man. 37,000 plays.
That's fucked up.
You just had that playing all night?
I do. What it is like, especially when I blog, if I'm writing a blog, I'll just put on like, Zoso, or just put on like fucking Physical Graffiti. And that's how I write a blog. I just get into a trance, go over stats, and just fucking listen to Zeppelin. It's beautiful, man. You want to talk about, like, when I blog, it's not work, man. That's like, it's almost like therapy.
How many songs do you actually have on your entire playlist on that program?
For just Led Zeppelin?
No, period.
Let me see here.
Tommy's on his period right now.
A couple thousand, maybe.
6,444.
Okay.
Couple thousand periods.
Jesus, that's still. See, I had now this was a long time ago, but on my Windows Media Player, I had that computer for a couple years, and I listened to music all the fucking time on there. Now, granted, I had a few thousand on that as well, but I don't think I ever cracked 100.
100
on any one song.
Yeah, 100 plays. Yeah,
and it's probably fair because you have to actually listen to the entire fucking song for it to register.
Well, keep in mind,
several times I clicked off with like 5 seconds left and clicked to the next one.
I've been listening to iTunes since about 2006, and that's what I still use. So, I mean, yeah, 37,000 plays. It's actually the most played artist on my top 10 list.
Oh, that's how you broke it down, is by artist.
Yeah,
I'm thinking one song. Okay, that's
no. Led Zeppelin plays like over their entire library, 37,000.
That's more legit. All right, I got you.
Yeah. The only band second to them is, well, that can't be right.
New Kids on the Block. Say it.
It doesn't make sense. It's Megadeth.
Oh.
Megadeth.
I mean, if you got it on random plays, maybe
dude, listen to this discrepancy here. So Led Zeppelin 37,000, Megadeth 18,000.
Wow, twice
dude,
as
that's
much.
insane, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, Led Zeppelin, man, like that's probably how like Cronin and Leah feel about like Pink Floyd. Like Led Zeppelin, dude, there were times when me and Keish would literally, like when we were dirt fucking poor when we first moved out, we had like this old shit record player, and we would just put on like Physical Graffiti and just listen to it like losers and play like cards.
No, I mean, I get what you're saying. I've got a buddy who would like fuck Roger Waters if he got the chance. You know, he's just
dude,
that
I
big
love
on Pink
Roger.
Floyd.
There's almost like it's like a fucking triple thing. You know, you're either like a Beatles person, a Zeppelin person, or a Floyd person, and I think those are the only three. You could argue the Doors, but
like
the
all
Army.
Three of those. I listen to
Yeah,
all
they're
three
all
of those a lot.
They're all three really good. I'm not a Pink Floyd person personally, or the Beatles, but I do enjoy their music. Like, but I don't go out of my way to listen to them. You know, it's like I do like the Doors, but there's not as many Doors fans as there are like Floyd and Zeppelin and Beatles. It's just
out of that list, I'd probably go Floyd.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people would go with Floyd now.
A little more modern too. I mean, you figure they were actually putting out hits in the 90s.
Yeah, it's Led Zeppelin. You know, I mean, you got to keep in mind, John Paul Jones died in '82, I believe it was.
Right, and that's where I'm trying to give the devil his due on that one.
And they did their farewell tour in 1979. So believe it or not, Led Zeppelin was only around for 11 years. So think about that. They only were together for 11 years, and they did what they did, which is amazing. But I don't think the Beatles were like together that long either. Like you would.
I mean, yeah. Overall, they spent more time solo.
I think they just put out a shitload of records in like 10 years, and that's about it. I could be wrong on that, but
I think John Lennon was a dog fucker.
Are you talking about Yoko?
Wow. Oh, there she is.
Look at that.
I mean, I think Jimmy Page is the only person who's been involved in a hit in the 21st century from Zeppelin.
Good old Jimmy Page.
Robert Plant's put out more hits than Jimmy Page.
Not in the 21st century.
What?
Not in the 21st century. Not since 2000.
Yeah. Robert Plant's he had a song in 2000, like not even that long ago, dude. Like
you talking about Shine It All Around or something?
What kind of gay ass song is that?
Well, it's the only thing I can think of in the last 20 years.
Shine It All Around.
Has even done.
Shine it all around. Shine it all around.
Jimmy Page, although this is kind of retarded, I mean, he actually had a hit with Puff Daddy.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Robert Plant had the song Killing the Blues. Yeah, Killing the Blues from Raising Sand in 2007. Gone, 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 and Killing the Blues. Those two songs were big, dude.
What?
I don't know, man, but we better move on from this or we're never going to get done. I'm going to kill myself. We spend more time on this.
Man. I love talking music. I can't help it.
No, me too, but I mean, like, let's create the music podcast, and I'm down. Like, we'll go all night. Sausage says, question for Joe, what's the most painful thing you've ever experienced in your backyard wrestling matches?
That's a good question.
Painful thing. Dude, to be honest, the most painful thing I ever experienced is in the backyard wrestling was the time I went to my friend's house and wrestled this kid Caleb that I didn't know. I never wrestled him, and he punched me in the fucking stomach a couple times. Like, he just straight shoot punched me. That was the most painful thing. I've done a shitload of other stuff. It wasn't painful. I even went through some tacks. It wasn't that bad. But the most painful thing was him punching me in the ribs a couple times. And I went, Jow, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, okay, there is one thing. I turned around. My buddy threw a fucking giant tub of, like, this container. It was really heavy, and I wasn't looking, so I turned around, and it was already coming at me. And it smashed me right in the jaw. And it's on video. We can show it sometime. And it fucking, dude, it hurt like a motherfucker. I thought my jaw was broken. And then it wasn't. It was fine, but it was like really, that did hurt. That was it. Those two things. Actual punches. Thanks for the question. Sausage, baby. What up, Sausage? Cosmic Crow. What is the most missed opportunity or what if in your life? That time that girl was unconscious.
In general?
Yeah, I guess missed or what if. What was your biggest what if or missed?
I mean, there was the chick that I went to senior prom with.
Why?
I never pursued any further than that dance.
Why?
Because I was a pussy in high school, Joe.
Oh, that's why you don't believe in the cock block thing. Anyway, what? Anybody else? JB?
Yo.
Did you have one?
Missed opportunity?
Yeah.
I don't know. These questions require a lot of thinking.
Well, you might not have one.
I would probably. It's not gonna be interesting. No,
because we're not gonna do fucking. No, we're not.
I like doing the organic stuff.
We're not doing homework. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, just skim them and.
No, but if you can't think of something, you just go. No, I really can't think of anything right now. And
yeah,
that's
it's
fine.
not fun to do it that way. I like to do it on the fly.
Yeah, and then get mad later when you
probably
remember.
Pursuing an actual career.
Right.
In like radio and TV. And I had the opportunity and I just chose not to do it.
Yeah.
I had an opportunity to do play-by-play for local high school football games and I just decided not to. That's where it all starts too. You start local, then you go to collegiate, and then
Yeah.
You work through Division III, then to 2, then if you're lucky you get to 1, and then if you're completely overly like lucky or blessed or whatever, you make it to pro. And I just didn't do it because I'm a fucking loser and I wanted to sit there and play Gears of War and Call of Duty like a little faggot.
Yeah. That's about right. Same type.
It's
of
true,
deal,
man. I didn't have the drive,
I had the drive until the chick left me and I turned into a fucking idiot, and then I fucked up. I had the drive.
I got to reap the benefits of that.
Yeah, then Leah got the fucking leftover guy. Ugh.
I do have to real quick call Drew on his fucking bullshit saying that Jimmy Page has been more relevant in the 21st century. You're wildly wrong.
I did not say he was. I said that he's the closest to being relevant in the 21st century.
And that's incorrect as well.
Why? Because Robert Plant had a song that hit number 32 in 2005.
Jimmy
I
Page
looked
is
it
a
up because I
faggot.
was waiting for it.
Was Jimmy Page hit? He hasn't released an album since 1993.
Jimmy Page is a guitarist. Robert Plant is a singer, and he couldn't produce a fucking worthwhile hit. The guitarist has been more relevant in the last 25 years.
Really? With what?
With the Puff Daddy thing. That's more
talking about
relevant than anything. Yes, I'm talking about Godzilla, the soundtrack song that he did with Puff Daddy. That is more than Robert Plant has done in the last 25 years. That screams any sort of relevancy.
Century, and now you've stretched back to 1998.
I thought Robert Plant was dead.
Well, okay, if you want to go 21st century only, they both don't fucking exist.
That's just incorrect. I mean, Robert Plant still makes albums and tours, so you're just
that
wrong.
no one buys. That no one buys or goes to.
Well, that's not true. Or like, I mean, look up the fucking sales. You're an idiot, faggot.
Man, I hate both these guys.
Jimmy
so this is
Page
just...
literally got invited to Wembley Stadium with the fucking Foo Fighters.
I'm gonna go to Wembley Stadium with the Foo Fighters. Sorry.
Fucking
The fact
Jerry
you even
Lewis.
brought the Foo Fighters just completely helps my argument.
Oh, wait. Now we're going to say that the Foo Fighters are irrelevant.
Yeah, they stink.
Oh, fuck off.
The
If
Foo
it was
Fighters fucking suck.
whatever.
I mean,
I'm
I
not
like
even
the Foo
addressing
Fighters.
that
I do like
because
that.
that's a whole nother show.
I'm not a big fan of them, but they're good.
Actually likes the Foo Fighters. I'm hanging up.
Come on, man, they're pretty good.
Bye.
Like,
Bye,
I'm not even a big fan of them, but like, so I could watch a live performance of them and be like, that was good. Like, I'm not a big fan of them at all, but
They are just like pussies when it comes to music.
that's retarded. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, really?
Oh my god.
They have like 1 million singles. Like, they're
I
good.
want to be the best of you.
Well, you just named like their last hit that was horrible. Like, it's
No, I didn't. I could have named Tightrope or whatever the other fucking gay douche disco music song they have. Yeah, that was one of their singles.
I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm like,
I don't know,
what?
man. I don't know how you
Again,
can like.
you're pulling out the retarded shit.
I don't know how
What?
you can like break
Dude,
it.
you want me to go to fucking Color and Shape?
I thought that was a great album.
I
That album was fucking balls.
Oh my god, Monkey Wrench was one of their best songs. In
You
my
and
opinion.
racial slurs, you just cannot stop with the racial slurs. It's
learn,
unbelievable.
learn to fly. My hero. You know.
None of those songs are good songs.
What? I mean, what is a good song then?
Nickelback
Like,
is better than Foo Fighters.
Oh my god,
yeah, that's now I know you're trolling us.
I'm getting off myself.
I mean,
all right.
you would think I would be, but I am being 1,000% serious.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't agree with you on
all
this
my
one,
kids,
Bailey.
I would rather listen to Nickelback than Foo
Foo Fighters is like a band that I'm not a big fan of, but when I hear some of the songs, I'm like, yeah, like this is nice. Like, it's
I'd take
okay.
Foo
Nickelback
Fighters
are-
over Nickelback.
I could name like 2
Nickelback
songs ever
is
that's listenable from them.
Nickelback is light years more talented than the Foo Fighters.
No cock, swallow my dad's dick.
I mean, just compare record sales for one. I mean, it's
What?
way more in favor of Nickelback.
All right, I'm gonna move off this before I kill myself. Parker says
Does Foo Fighters have?
I'm not a big fan of them, so I don't even care to defend them. I just don't care. I'm glad Kurt Cobain's dead. How about that? Parker says, "What is your favorite Super Bowl, excluding ones where your home team won?" Okay. What Parker? Thank you, Parker. A favorite Super Bowl where my home team wasn't in it. Like, I'm trying to.
Yeah, because there's not many for you to choose from at that
I
point.
mean, no. I mean, like,
Back a little ways.
I like to. No, I like to like. I'm trying to think of the year, like where I watched Montana in like the '89, maybe. I don't know.
Super Bowl 25, when the fucking Bills missed by a foot to lose the Super Bowl, there's nothing better than that. They had a chance to break a fucking 4-year curse.
I need the list.
I don't think it was 4 at that time, but they could have not lost 4 in a row if they just would have kicked a fucking simple field goal.
Okay, it was. I'll tell you right now. It was 1989, and it was the San Francisco 49ers because I was cheering for them. I was a little kid. That was my first time I cheered for something in football because I didn't give a shit after. I didn't give a shit after this either, by the way. but I was kind of rooting for the 49ers. I was like 5 or 6 or something, or maybe I was 5. So, yeah, it'd be the 49ers in 88. And then the Cowboys, we all were watching the, it might have been Emmitt Smith or whatever, I don't know. But it wasn't about watching the game, though. Really, mostly it was just about the memory of everybody being around. Like, just the memory of that. So that's my thing. I don't know. JB probably fucking hates this question because Colts, but I don't know. JB, do you ever like anybody else's team winning? I mean, come on.
I would say the fucking Celtics in 07, 08.
Oh, this is Super Bowls.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But I'm so glad you said that, though.
I would probably say I did like the Giants beating the Patriots. That was during my Patriots hate phase.
Thank you very much for your question.
I don't know. Like, is it like multiple wins or just in general?
No, just like you were like, that game was awesome, like, or that was fun, or like whatever, whatever. That it didn't involve your team, but you're like, that Super Bowl was great.
Yeah, those would probably be it.
JB, you should have said last year's defensive display by the Patriots.
I mean, I don't love watching the Patriots win Super Bowls. Let's be honest here. But I would much rather watch the Pats win a Super Bowl than the fucking Eagles or the Rams.
Yeah, I'd be down with that too. I'd rather, yeah.
Oh, I bet you would.
No, I mean like the Colts. I'd take the Colts over those teams as well.
Well, I'm not a normal Colts fan though. I'm rational.
Yeah. Well, so you're admitting that all the Colts fans are like retarded.
On Deflategate, yes, but as far as Spygate goes, no chance. You guys are guilty as fuck on that.
Yeah, I think that's true. Well, no, they were definitely doing it. My argument back then was like everybody was kind of doing it, but Mangina knew the way the Patriots are doing it.
Right.
He was able to to be like, this is exactly how they do it. Like, but yeah, they definitely did that.
There's a handful of Colts fans that live and die by Deflategate, but as I've mentioned on the show a million times over, 99% of fucking Colts fans know that was all a big facade by Bob Kravitz. We all know it's bullshit.
And in one of the years the Patriots lost, so it doesn't even count anyway, according to your fucking logic earlier with the cheating shit. Didn't work.
You guys won the Super Bowl that year.
Oh,
guys, or the next year. I'm sorry, after the suspension, it was like the most retribution fucking win of all time.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
I mean, you guys got Brady got the suspension.
No, that was
Deflategate.
Yeah, that was for Deflategate. Yeah.
So the next year he had to serve the 4-game suspension, and then you guys won the Super Bowl that year.
Yeah, the year that he took 4 games off. It's kind of crazy.
And it was the year that Seattle fucking shit their pants.
Hell yeah.
I'm sorry. If you want to talk about being happy when another team won, watching the Seattle Seahawks shit their pants when they had Marshawn Lynch and they threw a fucking little 2-yard pass and it was intercepted by, what's his name? Fucking
Butler.
He got sidelined the next year.
I don't even like football, but watching that was like wicked. That was funny.
It's hilarious. And then you see fucking what's his name's face.
It was so funny.
What's his name?
I got put on the NFL Network for that reaction.
Yeah, I remember he showed me the video. What's that guy's name? What was his name? He plays for the 49ers now, but he had the face like somebody shit in his mouth. Why can't I think of his name?
I can't think of it either.
That was part of the Legion of Boom. Remember fucking defense? He's the cornerback. I can't remember.
Yeah. It was oh Christ! It was
someone in the chat.
It was Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman.
Richard Sherman. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, you see the interception. He's like, "Oh, Savannah."
Dude, he looked like he just saw his grandmother raped by a fucking fish. Like,
I thought you were about to go Mel Gibson there for a
second.
No.
If I should have clipped that a long time ago, that could have been a hell of a running joke all night. If I had the wherewithal, or like I didn't have to run my own shit, like if I had a studio guy here and we were on a real radio thing, like I'd be like, dude, cue that fucking pack of N-words thing up. I'm gonna play that all night. Oh, and the other thing too is not only does he look not only does Richard Sherman look terrified after this, but Brady jumps around like a little kid because his defense just won him the Super Bowl. Yeah, he is a kid. Look at
He really is a child.
watch. Look at that. Watch Brady. Look. Oh, like were you supposed to? Oh my God, the defense.
Oh,
what
man.
And
I
now,
can't wait to make out with my kids.
Wait. Look.
look at him. This is the point when the play's being called and the ball's hiked. And he's like, okay, what's gonna? Oh. Oh my God! That is just life crumbles into pieces. Come on, motherfucker! Oh.
Oh,
Was that only part of it though? Didn't they have to like run the ball back down or something or score or something, right?
What was the score at this point? Do you remember? I don't even remember.
Because they were about to
Seattle
win.
was down. Yeah, Seattle was down like.
By
Seattle
5.
was down.
No, I thought they were about to win.
I thought Seattle was down
No.
and they needed to hit the. They were at like the 2-yard line and they just needed to score so they could get the win.
No, well, I think Seattle was down by so Seattle was down by like 2 or 3 or 4. No, but they were down by like 4 or 5 points.
Yeah,
and they're they're right near the goal line, and it's
That's
like
how much I paid attention.
all they had to do was run the ball to try to score a touchdown, and it was just weird. They didn't even try. They went right for a pass play, almost like I think they might have run the ball once. I think they ran the ball once, didn't get there, and then they went to the pass play, thinking like, oh, they won't see this coming. But it's like, but instead they did. The Patriots were like, basically like, it almost felt like the Patriots were like, if they run it, what are we gonna do? But I'm gonna look to fucking intercept if I see a ball anywhere. Like you know what I mean? Butler was like a heat-seeking missile. Where's the fucking play? That's too fucking funny though. That is hilarious shit. I'm sorry to the Seattle fans though. That's probably not funny to them. But yeah, that was.
Wasn't there another thing with like? Was it the same game or another year where it was like a big argument over somebody crossing a line? Whether they crossed like.
No, that was
Patriots...
That was the Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl game.
Can I say something real quick too? By the way.
Yeah.
Keep in mind this interception happened on 2nd and goal.
Yeah, there you go. So it was 2nd and goal. So yeah, they ran it once.
I don't know what that means.
Well, okay,
they still had 3 more downs.
I was right.
They could have fell forward.
But I was so right. They ran it first, and watch the run. By the way, this is the run.
It's a very good run.
Watch this run. Yeah, like look at this. He's gonna run the ball. He gets the ball at the 10-yard line. Gets penetration right there. Runs into his own guy. Stumbles forward and then lands on the fucking 1-yard line. And the Patriots are trying to punch the ball out. So now they're on the 1-yard line. And these motherfuckers on the 1-yard line after their running back just got 9 yards.
Marshawn Lynch, who is the best running back in the league at that time.
Dumbass
But if
Pete
they
Carroll.
had done that, would they have basically won?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's no time left.
Okay.
I mean, no, I mean,
and putting the ball in the air just makes it easier for the other team to take control.
No, the Patriots could have gotten.
Assuming they get to 6 and hit the field goal, they would be down a field goal. They could have made some crazy plays to maybe get within field goal range, but best case scenario is overtime.
Right, and it's probably the Patriots lose. They'd have a slight chance, like you said, of kicking a field goal maybe, but there would be not a lot of time. There'd be like 30 seconds left. So Pete Cornjob, who used to be a Patriots
coach, no one
coach,
passes in this scenario. No one.
Nobody pat. Like after that. Well, that's what I think. That's what Pete Cornhead was thinking. I think he was like, "Well, we just ran for 9 yards. They'll never see a fucking throw coming." Like,
I like how me and Joe were shitting on fucking Pete Carroll the other night when the Niners and the Seahawks went to overtime,
Yeah.
and 5 seconds later the Niners got the field goal.
Yeah, they get it
in overtime.
Pete Carroll looks so pissed.
He looks like Bill. He looks like he's becoming Bill Clinton.
In the fourth quarter, because in the fourth quarter, before it was all said and done, it looked like he wanted to off himself.
Oh, yeah.
I think I sent that to Bailey. I was like, this dude looks like he's going to kill himself right now.
Pete Carroll had gray hair when he became the Patriots coach in like 98. He had gray hair then. Look at him, just like, And that's what they're saying. Even the announcers are saying right now, maybe just let him score so you have time left. Like the announcers are talking about the Patriots maybe letting them score so you can get the ball back.
And by the way, they could run out 23 seconds, take a penalty, and then run it again. Like, that's how many downs they have. You have the best running back in the game. Why not?
Instead, this happens. This is fucking hilarious. This is ridiculous. That is amazing by Butler. That read by Butler, he's like, I mean, and you know, this is almost like in baseball tipping off the signs, because Butler's only job is to watch. There's only two guys in the back, so Butler's only thinking about trying to intercept the ball here or stopping a pass play. That's all these two guys right here are the only ones. These are the only two guys on the Patriots thinking about a throw. And maybe the blocker here, but it's like, look at this. He has to go around these two guys to get in front to get ready for this, but he sees it the whole way because he can see as a line of sight to him, to the quarterback. And he's and he takes it from him here too. He's not in front of the ball. That's some crazy shit. That's some dumb shit by fucking, oh my God, it's unbelievable.
And I love the Seattle fans who were like so upset about it that they were screaming pass interference.
I mean, no, because he bumped into him going for the ball, so you can't call.
Exactly.
He was playing the ball, and he coming out with it is the proof he was playing the ball. But yeah, anyway, that was weird.
Damn it! I'm trying so hard to find the suicide rate for Seattle in 2015. I cannot find it. I really want to have that statistic.
That's 5, Drew.
Oh my God, man! He fucking is coming in with these clutch.
I was sitting down, touching myself.
Broken Lion says, if you guys were offered to be in a sequel of Dawn of the Dead and had to play a zombie, how would you want to be killed? By the way, fuck Drew. Oh. All right. I mean, I want to be killed. I mean, who cares if you're a zombie? I want to be harpooned in the fucking chest, acid thrown on me, and then my head chopped off.
Okay, so you're an actor. You're not actually getting killed.
Right, I want to be an actor because I want acid thrown on me, harpooned through the stomach with a spear, and then have my head chopped off. Can you imagine the replayability in a GIF if I got that done to me in a movie where I got to be an extra zombie?
I mean, yeah, you'd want something that I would want to get like a long, slow death.
Yeah.
Like
more
just
screen time.
Start with my neck, but don't completely kill me, and then start working on the limbs. But you got to go for that first bite that's just really going to make people go, oh, what the fuck? And then you make me suffer by eating my limbs before you do the finish.
I'd love to bite a cock off in the movie and then eat the cock.
See, that'd be original.
No one would. That'd be really great because then it's like
Put
I'm
it on
gay.
a hot dog bun.
It's like
Throw
I'm a
some
gay.
ketchup on it.
I'd be called like the gay zombie. Like I'd be like walking down the street one day, become like a meme. Be like, hey, were you the gay zombie? I seen that meme.
You'd be like, what's his name? Jason, not Jason Bateman. What's the other guy? Jason Biggs or whatever?
Yeah.
Remember he was the pie fucker?
Yeah. Hey, pie fucker. Pie fucker. I mean, it's better than his old name when he was in school, the Jew. Anybody else want to stick a hand into this one or no?
I don't really. It's such a weird question. I don't know.
I think I nailed it with mine and Drew's in eating cocks. Dwayne Crenshaw says, yo, Joe, it's the villain from YouTube. What's up, villain? He was dropping bits earlier. Have you ever did anything fucked up growing up as a teenager?
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Maybe to someone or in public.
Wait, did he say that?
Yeah, that was the second, the addition to
I don't see that. So I'm on an older version.
You must have edited.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I should refresh my page then because I don't see that at all. Yeah, I don't. Most fucked up thing, I would say throwing the fucking
dog video thing is pretty fucked up.
What?
That hot dog video.
What do you mean?
That's pretty fucked up.
What do you mean?
With you and
Peter?
Peter, yeah.
You mean like where we pretended the hot dog was our dicks and sucked each other and then bit his dick off and I was like, oh my God, your dick fell off while I was sucking it?
Yeah, that one.
Okay. You've seen that?
What are you talking about?
I haven't watched that in a long time.
I haven't watched it like 9 times.
I haven't seen that in years. Oh, it's so funny because his father found that tape and was like, "What is this?" That was weird.
I mean, this would be a repeat from last week, but it's the same answer: is the trampoline wrestling and my buddy getting fucking pinched in the nutsack on the fucking spring.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't think of anything more fucked up than that.
Mine
I mean,
was-
we were
I
literally
feel so
bouncing
bad
on
for
a
that.
trampoline and chucking each other 12 feet off of a trampoline.
Mine's definitely shooting the train with the paintball guns as the conductor stuck his head out and throwing throwing the buggy off the top of the parking lot as it landed on the generator and the spark shot out of the thing. And then throwing the potatoes at the person's house filled with ketchup.
I don't know if it's fucked up, but we did a lot of gay shit.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Like we would just like I'd put my buddy Craig up. I'd just be like, dude, strip butt naked and hang from the rafters as everybody comes down into the basement for games and just like freak him out. Be like a gay Spider-Man. We do shit. Actually, you know what?
You guys did the
most fucked
Valvina
up
spot
thing-
where he's hanging tied up naked.
Yeah. I think the most fucked up thing I ever did is when my buddy was sleeping. I stripped
Fucked him.
butt naked and I stood over him, put my ass in his face. I tapped him in the balls. He woke up and then I farted in his face bareback.
Oh, you just reminded me. Yes, one of the funniest things we ever used to do. We went through this for like 2 years. We used to fart and stuff and then cover and then we would cover it up and then we would open the cover like 20 minutes later and it would smell.
Ooh, the old mason jar trick.
Yeah, like we were like enamored with the fact that you could like contain the thing inside of something. Yeah, we were all doing that. We would do it. We would be like, it came from the game where you farted on in your hands and then like we're like, hey, check this out, and you gave it to somebody.
Yeah, bowl of soup.
Have you ever gotten a flammable?
Yeah, we
Blankets and you're saving it.
we were farting in cookie jars, and we would like try to figure out where would last the longest in cups.
Have you ever been able to get a flammable reaction out of a fart?
Yeah.
You have?
Oh yeah, it's easy.
And Bailey's never
Dude,
accomplished
it's
what you
fucking
have.
Dude, it's methane.
Well, but Bailey, of all people, you'd think like he'd light a cigarette within 20 feet of his
Yeah.
toilet and the
I
whole
don't wanna
house would
s-
explode.
I don't want to singe my dirt launcher. I never wanted to do that.
Yeah. If you do it, you
How many names do you have for it? Fucking, he just said dirt launcher. Nobody else noticed that?
I got a couple. Leather Cheerio.
Oh.
I noticed you like to say dirt button a lot.
What's the classic?
Oh.
I mean, dirt button's just classic. Anytime you drop that, everybody's like, "Oh my god!"
My dad used to say balloon knot.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's nasty. What the fuck? God damn it.
You know, I'll tell you
Yeah,
one
my
more
dad
thing
was
we used
the
to do.
like my dad was like the pull my finger type dad. He still is.
Well,
I mean, I don't know.
He sounds like one of the last like collection of great men.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's-
I'm trying to bring it back, but you know.
Yeah, here-
I'll
More
say
my
this:
kids.
we used to fart in like those Nestle Pure Life water bottles.
Ooh.
So we'd like bare ass fart into one of those, basically insert it into our butthole and then fart.
Oh.
And then we would put the cap on, and then you know how
So you
like,
put something in your butthole.
well, it wasn't there was no like penetration, but I mean, it was, you could desperately, your asshole could definitely whisper into the bottle for sure. But like,
I didn't actually fuck myself with the bottle. We were close.
Yeah, we were
But
like
we just,
I
we
would've done
didn't-
it.
We didn't spend that much
dancing
time
on
together.
Tommy Quarter territory.
correct. Territory is the key word.
gotta
But we would,
pee.
you know, we'd shit into the bottle, and then we'd twist the bottle, you know, and then you get it like pressurized, and then you had to like
on your
pop it.
butthole?
No, let me
What
go
are you
back.
talking about?
Let me go back to chapter 1 here. Okay, let me go to the prologue. All right, we would fart.
I'm still pretty
We would-
sure you put this bottle up your butt.
So we get the bottle close to the brown eye, and then we would fart into it. Okay, and then we would twist the bottle cap real quick. We got the fart in there, just kind of simmering like a chemical, and then we would turn the bottle real hard, get it real pressure, and then you know, pop the top off, and then someone had to inhale the fart, like suck
Oh.
the fart down.
Ew,
I'm gonna throw up.
gross.
I'm going to throw up on Leah.
Why did they lose a bet? Like, why did they have to do this?
You,
Why
you had
does
to put your
happen?
name in. You had to put your name in a hat.
Why are you doing that willingly?
It's fun.
Just for the chance that somebody else has to suck down your fart?
Ugh.
Yeah, it's funny.
Ugh.
Well, I was lucky.
It's not funny when it happens to you.
Well, the best part was I was the only one who knew how to make myself fart. So I was always like, I was never the guinea pig. I was just kind of the servicer,
But
I just supplied the chemicals.
That is fucked up.
I was the manufacturer.
You're the fucking grubbery. A Tree Root says, "What's the dumbest dare you guys have ever done?" Honestly, I don't fucking remember. I never did one, but I can tell you, my buddy shit on a car once.
He shit in a car?
Shit on top of a car. We dared him. We dared him to shit on a car, dude, and he climbed up on the car, pulled his pants down, and shit on the fucking car. In fact, I have it on video somewhere.
I want to see it.
It's dark.
He goes, oh, I want to see it.
It's dark, but I do have it, and it's on the same night we threw the potatoes at the guy's house. I will find it sometime, and I eventually will. It's funny. I mean, I can't.
Sounds like a doozy.
You see the little brown thing on the top of the car afterwards, and he really did it too. I was like, no, he's joking around. He climbed up in the car. Then I saw his ass, and then I saw something, and I went, "What in the fuck are you doing?" And he was like, "Listen."
So he just was like, you know what? I do have to shit. So.
Well, yeah, and you said that the guy was an asshole because he used to fucking yell at them for something or other. So
yeah, it was just fate at that point.
Yeah, my buddy doesn't really, and my buddy at the time, that guy, he really didn't do shit to people unless they were shitheads too. So he wasn't really that vengeful either. He was just kind of laughing about it, like, he'll find a turd. And I'm like,
how many questions do we have left? Because I have some swamp ass going on right now.
We got a lot.
And
right? We got no, we're getting there. We got to rifle through them. It was Peter, by the way, Leah. Frost.
I knew it was Peter. I wasn't gonna say it, but.
Oh, who cares? He's not listening. Craziest thing you ever seen at a party? A girl used to know once shit all over herself and all over the bathroom floor and walls at a party I was at. Oh my god.
What a nasty bitch.
Well, she's never getting fucked again by anybody there. Time to leave that town.
How do you get shit everywhere?
Who knows? This is like those videos where you. This is like those videos where you see a guy walking through the mall and then like shit runs down his leg all over the floor and everywhere, and he just keeps.
All right. See, the floor I can get, but the walls and stuff.
I've done it.
She had some kind of explosive problem, obviously.
One time I had the flu.
You've never had to clean a bathroom in a fast food restaurant.
Oh, I wouldn't.
One time I had the flu and I was about to shit my pants, and as I was pulling my pants down, I didn't even have time to sit down on the throne, and as I pulled my pants down, the shit just projectiled out of my butthole and just splattered all over the back of the toilet and the walls. It looked like that scene in Full Metal Jacket when Private Pyle blows his brains out, except it's as if his head was filled with diarrhea.
You fucking did that.
I did.
You're a fucking weird, shitty fuck.
I had the flu.
Oh, well, okay. But it's still weird.
It's not like that's a normal thing.
Yeah, imagine a big, and you're like a small guy. Imagine a big, fat rhinoceros whore with a fucking same sickness. And she just ate Burger King.
It's not that gross when you think about that he, like, stomps his poop down the drains.
No, I'm just overselling the shit. I don't know. It's not that big a deal.
Okay, but I don't stomp my turd down the drain. Okay? I had the flu.
Oh, boy.
And I was trying to kick the turd down the drain. And it didn't work.
So what was the next step?
I had to break it up with a fucking squeegee.
Oh.
Then I let it was my wife's.
Sweet and juicy.
And they're going out for some hangings.
And then the next.
That saying, by the way, that's not a saying anywhere.
What that?
And they're going out for some hangings.
Going out for some hangings is not a saying anywhere. I could find that anywhere, not even on like Urban Dictionary.
It is.
Did you hear him last week
in North Carolina?
He literally said like, and I'm not surprised if these companies and that, because what they're doing is they're taking everybody out. They're going out for some hangings. That's what he said, and it was like, what? Nobody says that.
So that's definitely like got some bad meaning behind it.
Well, I asked him. I said, "Is that from like a movie quote? Did you pull that from a movie or something?" He was like, "No, it's
a movie."
I gave him the out, and he said, "No, it's not from a movie. I didn't get that from a movie." I'm like, "Where did you get that then?" He goes, "It's just something you say." I'm like, no, it's not. Nobody says that.
Something you say in Black Mountain.
Yep.
So, like, I mean, I gave him the out, and then he even then incriminated himself with that, and I went, wow, that's weird. Like, nobody says that. Like, if he said, like, oh, I was watching this Western once, or it's something like a hanging, going out for hanging. Like, no, he just said that. Weird. That's his grandpa. It's got to be.
Could you imagine Tommy with the hood on at a KKK rally? He would totally expose himself. You would know it was him within 2 minutes.
No, I can imagine. I can imagine this. I can imagine Tommy gets invited to it, and he goes, but he doesn't wear the hood and stuff. He's just in the background watching. He's like, oh, they seem like
he's just wearing his suit.
Yeah, like he's just there.
Reminds me of that.
Stay positive.
Stay positive.
And then we get a picture of him, and we're like, Tommy, what were you doing there? He goes, he's like, they're really not that bad, Joe. Like, it's not that they were like all just talking about like this and blah blah. They just don't, they don't want to live with.
I'm not like you and your audience, Joe. I don't stereotype.
Yeah, it would totally be something like that where he was unaware. It's like, but Tommy, you were at a Klan rally.
It just reminds me of that
I
scene
gotta
from,
hear this bit.
Django Unchained.
Django Unchained when they're arguing over the hoods.
Yeah, except but he's in the background just watching. It's like,
he's like, get your own goddamn wife to make you hood.
Tommy NC is a special guest at a KKK rally.
Yeah. Well, no, what I mean, like, he would be friends with one of them, and he would be like, Tommy, we had this get together. You should come hang out with us, man. And it all starts because the white guy's like, yeah, you know how them fucking, luckily our town stays clean because we still have values and we believe in Jesus Christ and everything. And then Tommy's like, I agree, sir. Yeah, that's my grandfather. You're like, yeah, well, your grandfather was a great guy, and Tommy, you're a good guy too. And he's like, but it's so much cleaner. But you know how you go up to whatever town, and you know how it's all junky up there. Those jungle bunny, they fucking, and then God. And then Tommy goes, well, yeah, I've noticed that it is dirty there. I just like, it's very nice to be around. Well, Tommy, you should come to our thing. Like, that's how it would start. Like, he wouldn't even know like what was going on. The next minute he's at the fucking rally. You know what I mean? So he's not necessarily there because he supports that, but he's been suckered in, kind of.
Oh my God, I'm imagining the Clayton Bigsby bit, but instead of the blind black guy, it would be the fat autistic kid.
Tommy, you want to come over here and carry the cross? Okay. And then like the guy's head exploding would be Tommy's dad watching the video on YouTube of the viral news report.
Blog 304.
And then Klansmen were fucking at one point they lit 3 crosses on fire with Die Blackie on the cross, and then like Tommy comes up,
God.
And then Tommy comes up to the camera and they're like, "Tell us your name." Our investigative reporter Jay Stevens was there with a camera crew and caught the whole thing on live. And then Tommy comes up to the camera and they're like, "Sir, can I ask you why you're here tonight?" Well, we're just here for a good time. I was invited to come tonight and whatever. So you're really a supporter of this type of a cause? Absolutely, I am. Like, what was your name again? Tommy NC 2010. Like, and
check me out on YouTube.
Check me out on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel. Okay. That's nice. Do you convey some of these beliefs on that YouTube channel? Well, of course. And I always believe in the power of positivity.
My grandfather did once. Come on.
Oh, I mean, like, totally you could see this happening, like, as an accident. Because he doesn't know. He's at a fucking racist fucking Klansman.
He literally had a Nazi chick on there 3 years ago.
You're right. That's the same. He's already done this. Yeah, he had the Nazi girl on, and he was like, you're such a sweetheart. I don't know why people make fun of you and stuff like that. Well, and give you a hard time. Yeah, well, there's a lot of hateful people out there. Yeah, she's a Nazi. She says she celebrated Hitler's birthday. Now, I don't even think she's a Nazi. I think she's an attention whore. But she was celebrating Hitler's birthday. She got kicked off of YouTube for it.
She loves pizza.
Yeah, that was fucked up, man. It really was. It was weird. I'm calling him over and over again like, Tommy, get this fucking lady off your show. She's a fucking Nazi. You know, if Joe Cronin is calling you to tell you that you have a Nazi on your show, that there's a problem. Squidman.
Spiraled.
What?
Just spiraled out of control.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Squidman says, would you be willing to make the higher tiered shows occasionally available for us poor fucks who would only afford $2 patrons like the way you sometimes do? I do that sometimes, though.
Yeah, I thought you did that already. Not all the time, but I mean, yeah, it's a special occasion.
But what I can say, Squip Man, is some of the episodes, some of them are going to come up in full on Corrupted as like an advertisement of here's the show. So you may see a couple free ones come out soon on the Corrupted channel. So yeah, that might be done. Because there's like 50 episodes of a lot of things. So, a couple free ones going up isn't a big deal. So yeah, you may see some of that soon. Or once in a while, like some more stuff. Yeah. I've lowered a couple things. But I've also had people be like, oh, where's the $10 shit? So I do want to make sure we cover the $10 too.
Consider Anthem says vlog 304. My new friends invited me to a party.
Oh boy, is that his new one? Yeah, and the horses then they fillet a guy. Jason Tarr says you could have 3 wishes for anything at all. What would they be? 3 wishes, everybody.
Jeez, I get the genie. What do I want?
More genies.
I want a time traveling device.
Now, I'll tell you what, after watching Back to the Future, I don't know.
Yeah. I want a time-traveling device. I want to be rich. And, And I also want, every time I have an orgasm, I have 4 orgasms. Or no more shitting. One of those 2.
No more shitting? Why would you not want to shit?
I don't want to do that.
Oh, yeah, me neither.
I don't want to sleep anymore. I want to be able to not have to sleep to.
Well, you can do that now. It's called methamphetamine.
Right.
I love sleeping.
But I just want that. Well, I do, but it just seems like there's never enough time in the day. So, like, if there was a way to re-energize without sleep, or maybe it's 8 more hours in the day.
In my old MySpace profile under hobbies, my first answer was sleeping.
Yeah. See?
Sleeping's awesome. Like, I just love getting into bed and all cuddled up and cozy. And if I couldn't fall asleep after doing that, I'd be enraged.
The moment after I get home from work and Keish leaves to take the kids to school and I lay in bed and I know that I'm just good until I have to wake up to do my show, it's almost euphoric. I'm just I'm high, in the bed, and then I'm out.
Yeah, that's so rare that I get to just be go to bed knowing that I'm not going to be woken up. That's so rare that when that does happen, it's the best feeling. Man. Like when the kids are the kids are away for a night. And right. It's going to bed. It's nobody's going to wake me up in the morning. This is great.
Jay Coleman Diz sent us a video, but unfortunately Tommy left, so we can't slow the thing down for the gunman so Tommy could see it. Jay Coleman Diz, thank you, man.
The fuck?
Jay Diz, baby. Oh, from the football game. He said, well, how do you feel about black-on-black crime to Tommy? But he's not here. McLovin Martinez, what's up, McLovin? What sports moment in the last 20 years would you have liked to experience in person?
That Seattle Seahawks moment. Actually, didn't that happen in Seattle?
At the Super Bowl. Neutral ground.
Oh, that's right. Why
mine
is that?
Is easily the 2013 Red Sox championship, being the first one at Fenway since 1918. I mean, come on, that's insane.
Yeah, it would probably be the Red Sox, yeah.
To win their first World Series in 2000 at home in 2013. Since then, because up to that point we had just swept in 04 and 07, had to win on the road, and then Koji Uhara just fucking buzzsawed down the Cardinals in the 9th, and just that. I mean, there's a video on YouTube called "All the World Series Final Plays since 1980," and the one that almost gets me in tears is that one right there.
Yeah,
I have a football question.
It's between that one and 04 to me. 04 was just so whacked. I would lose it back if I could have been on the field. If I was Keith Folk, I would have lost my mind.
Yeah, PB witnessed the Game 7 win of the 04 series. I think he means that would have been huge.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Plus St. Louis people, give them hugs. Yeah. Go ahead, Leah.
Okay, so
we're almost done, by the way. I got 5 more.
And then a follow-up question. So there's only a handful of stadiums that they use for the Super Bowl, right? I'm assuming because of weather.
Kind of.
They dodge northern stadiums when they can.
Okay, and do they do that because of neutral ground? team would never play in their own stadium if it was one of those stadiums or something like that?
I think that's just dumb luck that it hasn't happened.
Yeah, somebody could get lucky. Like the Saints could end up playing in Louisiana or something.
That was going to be my example. Was how many times it had been in the Superdome when the Saints foreseeably could have made it.
Well, one of the closest ones was 2 years ago with the Vikings. Remember?
Right.
Motherfuckers.
Motherfucker.
So they don't do it on purpose in a way, though, to make it so it's always neutral ground.
No,
it's just dumb luck.
Oh.
Or dumb unluck. I don't know, however you want to look at it.
Yeah. Could happen.
My thing in the last 20
northern ones.
Yeah, but you see, you run the risk of, you're talking about the first weekend of February. You get they had the fucking Ice Bowl. What was it? The Super Bowl 1 or 2, the NFC Championship game of Super Bowl 1 or 2 was fucking Ice Bowl, and Packers may not have moved on had it not been for the fact that they were playing on a fucking sheet of ice.
Yeah, I say fuck it, man. Let it go. Who gives a fuck? Imagine it's snowing.
I mean, it's like more
but
exciting.
I see why they do it.
Yeah,
like snow games are the best games.
Yeah, those are funny as fuck to watch. They're great.
They are, and that would be great for a Super Bowl, but I don't think the NFL sees it that way. They want even playing grounds. So let's throw it in New Orleans. Let's throw it in fucking, wherever.
And the Vikings is north. It's just they have a closed-in stadium. So, like, there's a lot of you can have a northern game, but it just has to
except
be
for that snowstorm they had.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, when it collapsed.
That video was
the ceiling.
Fuck. Yeah. Everybody's dead.
Dude, there is nothing funnier in a snow game than when somebody has an easy breakaway for a touchdown and they just slip and fall on their fucking face.
And they're trying to keep the ball secure and they're rolling with it and stuff.
The difference with the NFL is they have a chance to get back up and try and keep moving.
Or when there's a game-winning drive, they have to catch the ball and get out of bounds, but they just slip and fall inside the fucking marker.
Nothing is more sloppy than that. Remember when the Patriots played Oakland that time? It was just a mess.
Didn't the Patriots and Bills have one of the most classic snow games of all time?
Yeah, they had a really good. They've had a couple good ones actually. There's been a lot of snow games for the Pats. I mean, and they usually win them too.
Except they're just like the Packers. It's 80% chance that they win or something like that.
Yeah, it's like you're winning in the snow. Look at this shit.
That'd be a perfect corrupted podcast stat. Is like the Patriots' record in the snow.
It is definitely high. It's like 90%.
Look at that, man. That is just that right there is just as American as fuck, especially with the McDonald's logo in the background.
Yeah, of course.
Oh boy.
I still say the Cowboys Packers for the Ice Bowl. I mean, and now granted, we don't have every single play on tape in the same way we would this game.
Right.
But that Ice Bowl, for the clips that we do have, that was one fun-ass fucking game to watch.
Yeah, dude, that was fucking awesome. It must have been. And it was fucking a half a foot of snow or something, too. Oh, there's the tuck rule. There's the tuck rule right there.
Get on the ball, dummy.
And no shit that the Cowboys would lose to the Packers in a fucking snowstorm.
How did Brady not see that guy come? Well, I guess it's snow. It's a white jersey.
I mean, he really did come in nobody saw him.
He came in hot. Look at him. He's coming in hot right there, and then
Brady's locked on to somebody.
Pumps, and then
that's it. If I make it, I make it. If I don't, I don't.
And now it was basically either the ball slipped or he was going to bring the ball. It was a pump. And he just lost it. Then he took it. He decided not to throw it, I think, and then he got hit.
Good thing they didn't have reviews back then.
No, they did. They reviewed this and then they gave him the fucking. Yeah, this is the.
How old is this, or how new is this?
Well, no, this is when they had the tuck rule this year. This was the year they started the fucking tuck rule.
I don't care what anybody says. That right there is a fucking fumble.
Looking at that scoreboard,
we won the Super Bowl. This was our first Super Bowl, all because of that tuck rule that came legitimately. They implement the tuck rule, and the Patriots in the biggest play of it you could ever see.
Just looking at that shitty ass scoreboard, I figured it was early 90s.
No,
you'd think there would have been something better in the early 2000s.
Dude, this is 2001.
Wow.
This is the Patriots.
CBS needs to step up their game.
That's the wild card, and the Patriots then went to Steelers and then went to the Super Bowl and won. That was all that play. If it's any other year without the tuck rule, that's a fumble.
That was the one year I rooted for the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Everybody did. The whole fucking country was like behind us, and then they hated us after that. But if people don't remember this, like the whole country was like, "Go Patriots!" September 11th happened, and the Patriots were doing this. And remember, Bledsoe got hurt, so everybody was kind of like rallying, like, "Oh, cool for them. Good for the Patriots. Finally, they always suck." This young Tom Brady guy taking over for Bledsoe. Oh, this is a dream story. All right, we'll cheer for this. And people didn't like the Rams. No, and people didn't like the Rams because the Rams won the Super Bowl the year before. And people were like, fuck, they were assholes. And people were like, well, fuck the Rams. Not again. The Rams win the Super Bowl again, man? What the fuck? All right, Patriots. And then the September 11th thing, and come on.
Who would have thought 20 years ago this guy would still be playing, eating fucking plants, and making out with his kids?
Does that count?
And drinking 48 bottles of water a day.
Does that count as another one? By the way, I do want to say, speaking of records tonight, everybody, we have set a record here on Corrupted Podcast. First of all, this is going to be the longest show we've ever done, number one. Number two, the most amount of people ever to watch the show tonight. At
115 or something like that?
At 500 playbacks, and 115 people were in here at one point. So... shout out to everybody on This Is the Biggest Show Ever and the biggest night of patrons ever and everything else like that. Incinerate Anthem, favorite video game. Guys, if we miss any of these, I'm sorry. We got to get out of here. I'm only missing them because they didn't refresh or I missed something. But just hit me up and I'll get your question next week for sure. Incinerate Anthem says, favorite video game. I mean, dude, this could be a fucking huge podcast. I'm just going to ramble them away. I mean, favorite video game all time. I guess if you, like, I can't pick, dude. It's like Halo or Diablo or Resident Evil or something like that for me.
Final Fantasy 1. I'm going nostalgic. Very first game I ever beat. Final Fantasy 1.
Skyrim for Bailey. What a great game, man. It still pisses. I still don't understand how there's not a second one already.
Just playing it tonight before we got on here.
The Great Deity says, how many chins will Tommy eventually have? I'm going 7.
I think it's all going to morph into one gigantic one that just starts at the top and goes all the way down.
One gigantic gelatinous
It's just
gel.
going to look like a fucking water filter.
He's going to look like milk titties.
He's going to have a chin for every black person he hangs.
Oh.
Dear Christ. End the show.
You've just erased all your funny moments.
Yeah, that's just like you're now in the -1.
Like
Damn
that
it.
was
the whole KKK thing. Fuck.
Yikes.
Wow.
And they're going out for some hangings.
All right. Why Society, did you ever you see I upped my pledge, bro? Sorry I keep missing monetize this, sadly working. Oh, Why Society, thank you, my friend. And thank you for upping your pledge. Yes, I did see it, baby. You went up to the 10 VIP spot, and I love yo Why Society ass. JB seems to be creeped out by most of my questions, so I'm retiring from that, so I will just listen to the show instead.
Who said that?
Why Society.
Oh, well, thank you, sir.
Dakota McGrew says, first of all, forgive me, I'm drinking a shitload of fucking whiskey. That means he's probably passed out right now, not listening. Do you guys think we will ever see Yellowstone destroy this fucking world? What a great question to end on. That is our last question. Wow. Will we ever see...
It's not going to destroy the world. They've said that the extent of it would... I mean, even where we are on the East Coast, it'd be a little bit fucked up, but we'd be all right. But it's not going to fuck up the world.
No, it'd just like fuck up like 85% of the U.S., basically.
Yeah, but we'll be cool.
We'll be all right over here, pretty much. Unless like the air gets...
Bailey's probably fucked.
Well, yeah, no, he's in the...
That means I am.
You're borderline in the dead zone. No, he's almost...
Well, I mean...
You're in the zone of like where you...
I think we'll be okay, Drew. We won't hear any more of those fucking jokes.
You would have to live underground, is what I'm saying. And you could make it if you lived underground for a while.
At least we don't have to see any more of your shit. Is that, see?
Let's just play a little bit more Mel Gibson to erase what Drew said out of my brain for a second.
I just shit my pants.
Her life.
Oh.
You drag her through God knows what bad... What did I use you for? I've given you everything I had. I've given you everything. I've been your woman. I've given you a child. What the fuck are you talking about?
Someone has to edit her out like to like 80s love music and like make it sound like it's a song. That could be really fucking good. Good night, everybody. Yes.
I like how the whole time she's going on that rant, Gibson's in the background just going, oh,
I'm Dr. Earl.
These broken wings.
I might do it. All right. Hope Yellowstone kills everybody. Thank you for being patrons.
Oh, actually, I just looked it up. They've updated the maps, actually, as of the beginning of this year.
What? How did they do that? Why did they do that?
I don't know, because they're keeping an eye on it.
Let me see the map.
Hold on, I'll send you the site.
Okay.
You're going to have to read.
Wait, there's not a picture?
There's pictures.
I'm not reading anything right now.
Oh my god, that was the greatest. There's pictures, sweetie.
I'm not
But it
fucking
shows,
reading
like, so... like, if you go to...
Oh, we're not too bad here.
It won't let me zoom in.
Especially if I'm at home and not in fucking Wichita or something.
I think.
Sorry,
It's supposed
Coda,
to
you're
show,
dead.
like, the simulated... these maps, the pictures, show the simulated ash fallout from Yellowstone. So by the time you get to, like, say, New York, the thickness is 1 to 3 millimeters.
I hope it kills everybody there.
But then, like, let me see where the fuck is Indiana on the map?
Oh, here's the... I found the
Forgettable.
It's all blended in. Well, it's because it's where the yellow is. So I think they're in the 3 to 10 millimeter. It's you can't see the outline of the state.
This
but
website.
it's somewhere in there.
If we crash the show, it's this website's fault. Like, what in the fuck with this website?
Kansas City's riding the border of the really bad stuff.
Hey.
Yeah, but like,
No
what
worse
do
than
these,
what we normally deal with here.
What do these things even mean? Like, I've seen better maps where it's like you're dead.
Okay,
like,
so what it means is, like, you know how, like, Pompeii and Vesuvius, you know, like the ash, like the volcano exploded and the ash came down.
Uh-huh.
And you can't breathe that, and usually it's like burning hot.
At what point can't you breathe? Like, what? Like, because this
Well, they
thickness
say
doesn't
that
matter.
I mean, all right. So most of the time with a volcano, it's not lava that kills you because it actually moves incredibly slow. And if you get killed by lava, you're stupid.
Yeah.
So what it is it's the ash and falling debris, falling stuff will kill you.
Right.
But it's the ash, and that's what they say they believe killed all the people in Pompeii, and why they're preserved so well is that it was such a hot flash. It basically, like, there's actually evidence that people's
Incinerated
brains exploded in their skulls. It was that hot.
Jesus fuck.
Hell yes.
But so yeah, so that's the bigger danger of something like Yellowstone erupting, I believe, is the ash.
Right.
And I think these maps, if I'm understanding it correctly, are showing the distance that they believe that this could go. The other thing you're going to consider,
on the
though, and this
wind.
is something they can't predict,
Yeah, the wind.
is wind.
Right.
Yeah, because
Right.
there's another
Like Seattle
town.
is relatively safe.
There's another town that's near Pompeii, and they got messed up too,
Right.
but
They're
nowhere
predicting.
near like what happened to Pompeii.
They're predicting the jet stream here. Like, that's what this is. That's why it's going left to right so much, because the jet stream and the way the fucking airflow.
That's the way that's the way it usually moves. That's
Right,
why.
right.
But if there's a like an Arctic blast or vice versa, rather, I
Yeah.
mean, Toronto could really get pounded with
Look
this.
at in New England, we're pretty good right there.
If that's the way the jet stream is that week.
Yeah.
What's
I mean,
funny, you look at it in the major fucking blast area. There's not much population in that area. Hell, there's even a city in that range that doesn't even have Doppler radar. There's so few people that live there.
Well,
So
I guess
the immediate blast zone, I mean, sorry, there might be a few people that are fucked, but that's the least populated area of the United States.
The other thing too that is a major danger is that but
oh God.
is that we won't be able to make food. It'll fuck up the water. It's a lot of other stuff is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you won't be eating Idaho potatoes anytime soon after that happens.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, I mean, you won't be able to fly anymore. You won't.
Well, JB won't have to worry.
there won't
about
be
that.
there won't really be in America. Like, I mean, like, I guess Washington.
Well, crops won't be able to grow because of the ash. The ash will fuck everything up. But I think also, depending on where it's the thickest, it could impede sunlight and stuff like that.
What would happen then? Would Russia just invade? Like, we'll take it.
This is your opportunity.
Get the fuck out of here.
Whole place is covered in dust.
We're going to Canada. Everybody's going to Canada. We're all going to Canada. We're all becoming Canadians.
I'd rather die.
Well, according to some of these maps, you might.
Goodbye, everybody. Good night. Thank you for listening. And we'll see you next week. And I'll see you tomorrow. And we'll see you every day. Goodbye. Thank you so much. We set the record tonight.